Today's episode of the Nateland podcast is brought to you by AG1, Babbel, and Mint Mobile. Hello, folks, and hey, Bear. Welcome to the greatest or best of Nateland podcast. I'm Nate. I'm still here with Brian, Aaron, and Dusty.
Aaron's checked out.
Aaron checked out.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're doing this. We're just in. There people are about to watch a best of.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's going to
they're getting a little taste of it right now.
Yeah.
This is the kind of dynamic we have.
Yeah.
This is Aaron at his best.
Yeah.
This is Aaron Land, ladies and gentlemen.
Aaron Land at its best.
Well, let me join. I'm sorry about that, everybody.
Just a mess. Aaron Land is but people like it.
And you'll learn in this episode how Aaron Land started.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be good, right? For even our people that have been here the whole time.
Oh yeah.
They're going to enjoy it because there'll be new stuff. But then the people that a lot of people are catching up and stuff like that. It's not going to be just a repeat of the other one we did.
Watch this and finally be in on some of the inside jokes.
You should,
Actually, yeah.
You know, this would be good for you.
This would be good for you.
You need to watch this and then go watch Nate's specials, and
Yeah.
then you'll really be caught up.
And then you really see the vibe of what that we're all comedians.
Yeah.
You just think you're on. You're like, I thought you guys were just podcast guys.
Yeah. I thought this was I thought we were on the radio the whole time.
Yeah. Here we are. No. So we are because we got 4th of July and it's a little summer, so we decided to do. I don't like to take a break, but we're gonna put something out. But it's like we have one thing off, and then
And this is our 3-year anniversary.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it will be
3 years.
July 8th, I think, was the actual first day.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Harper's birthday.
Yeah.
She'll be 11. Yeah, that's cool. So it'll be 3 years. Wow.
Yeah.
So a 3-year anniversary. Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Should have said it like that. 3-year anniversary. That sounds like a fun moment.
Yeah.
I was saying it like we weren't working. We could do it.
We could be working.
We could be working. Don't think we can't be working. We
Yeah.
can.
We're always putting in the work.
Yeah. Don't ever.
We're all out here sweating.
If you're listening, goes, you guys not working? You're like, we could be working. He goes, they're asking. And he goes,
We're working.
I'm choosing not to work. And we could be. All right. Well, enjoy this. Again, you guys are the best. And the fact that we're here 3 years and you are still with us is unbelievable. This podcast is not about us. It's just trying to be fun and it's about you, and everybody that listens is great.
Yep.
And you've been so nice to us, and so we can't thank you enough. And enjoy this. I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July. Don't get your fingers blown off.
Yeah,
That's the main thing.
Eat some burgers.
Eat some burgers.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. I had hot dog
Get some
yesterday.
kosher dogs. Get some, some kosher hot dogs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just have some Hebrew nationals.
Eat whatever's out there.
Yeah. Eat the hot dog that you feel comfortable eating.
But a Hebrew national.
That's what this country's all about, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're about. That's what we stand for. We're not here to tell you which hot dog to eat, but
You better eat one.
but I swear to you, if you don't eat one of these hot dogs, I'm gonna eat All right. Have fun. What's up, everybody? This is Nate Bargatze. This is the first episode of the Nateland podcast. I did a podcast a long time ago, a very, very long time ago, right when podcasts were getting big, and then we stopped it. It was basically like if you got a tip about Google, and then you were like, let's get out of it. It was like 2010 or something. I don't know. So, but now we're doing it again. COVID has forced me into a podcast because I can't do anything. So we're doing it here. We're in Nashville, Tennessee. This is the first one. I'm excited to do a show. I don't know exactly what this show is going to end up being. It's just us hanging out, a couple comics. Let me introduce you to the comics that are in here. I got Brian Bates, who's on the road with me a lot, and Aaron Weber's been on the road with me once, and that'll be the last time. He really blew it. But so I just figured, we're here, we're all stuck in Nashville, so let's do a podcast. Let's get it going. Nicole's Butcher. These all sound like stores. Do they not? Nicole's Here at Nicole's Butcher, we exclusively use Reynolds Seal. I mean, it's all just, hi, I'm Nicole, and Nicole's Butcher. And is it Nicole's?
I don't know that
Is it not Nicole?
you're emphasizing the butcher part, like Nicole didn't write it. She got her butcher to comment for her.
Yeah. Hi. Oh, yeah. Hi, I'm Nicole's Butcher. And I know you might be thinking, why did she send me out to give her answers? But Nicole's busy right now and she can't be bothered.
Who's Nicole?
Is it Nicole's?
It might be Nicholas.
Nicholas Butcher?
Oh man.
Hi. Yeah.
Nicole's butcher.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Nicole's Butcher. Sogorb. Soresogorb. Sogorb. Sogorb. Is that a real name? Sogorb? You think that is his real name?
This poor guy.
Sore?
Yeah.
Source.
I hope it's his name.
Oh man.
Sore. Get in here. You have to say the last name, or you just go sore, and he goes here. Every teacher.
Yeah, I don't
just
think
goes,
you need to be any
here.
more specific.
Sore. He just sits there, and the teacher's like,
Which one?
Sogorb. Oh, I thought it was the other sore. I play your podcast while working, illustrating on my computer. Sometimes I spend large amounts of time without saving my progress because I forget to do so, and then my computer crashes, and I lose all my work. Now I click save every time I hear Nate say "unbelievable," or every time he roasts bland bread. I haven't lost a single piece of work ever since. That's got to be frustrating. Everybody knows not saving something.
Golly.
All the time. When I've written out shows, like, which I'm wearing my hat, Nate Bargatze show, from the Feld. We sent a bunch of these hats to Nigeria. Isn't that where they send things that don't go good?
80
President
Me,
McCain hats
yeah.
too. Yeah.
Atlanta Falcons Super Bowl, like when they lost to the Patriots. But yeah, you type something out. It's a whole. You're just in the groove of like doing it, and then it just goes away,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh. And then the next time is never as good. You're like, that's the gist of it, and you're like, it's not that good. Yeah, well, I lost it. Miriam Gregory. I've been a fan of the podcast since day one. Is that, you think that's
These
right?
names all feel made up.
Yeah.
What's good?
Miriam
Yeah.
Gregory.
Source.
It feels like almost we were short on comments, and then
So Brian went in.
and Boat Ramp went in and then just took
Source.
Sogorb. Miriam Gregory.
Oh, it's the worst name I've ever heard. Oh man.
Yeah.
That's a real name.
Source.
I don't think he's going to turn around by the way we
Yeah.
did it.
Sore is different.
But maybe soiree.
Next one's Soda.
Fred.
7. Which is, these are all just George Costanza names that he came up with. Sore Sogorb.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is, yeah.
Sore.
I got a good idea what that guy looks like. I
Thanks
feel
for
like
the comment.
you can picture a sore. You can picture him in your head. You're like,
Come on,
I feel like I don't know what they look like, but I think I could pick them.
Oh right.
If
yeah.
if you said there's 100 people standing in the crowd, one of them's named Sore, I'd be like, I feel pretty good. I could figure out who he is.
If you lined up
It's
Dr.
Sore.
Khan, Sore
Might be a
Sogorb, and Miriam Gregory, I could tell you which one was sore. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that much.
Would you? Is Sore male or female? Sore feels like
It's
Soray.
gender
if
neutral,
if
man.
it's so if it's Soray,
yeah, I'm going to
Soray would be
So
a lovely lady. Huh?
What?
you don't think Soray's a?
these are all. I don't know.
These names
These are our fans, Aaron, that you're laughing at.
Sorry, that's the worst name I've ever heard. All right.
Sore. Well, if it's not if it's Soray Sogorb.
Soray Sogorb
Soray
sounds
Sogorb.
like a Ukrainian ballet dancer or
well,
something.
that they could be big fans.
Whoa.
Soray Sogorb doesn't sound as bad.
That's what I'm saying. That sounds
Yeah.
like a ballet
Sore
dancer
Sogorb
from the
is
Eastern Europe.
Yeah, Soray Sogorb. That actually
Sorry.
is a beautiful name now, and I'm going to name my next daughter that. We're not having another daughter. But if I
Soray
find-
Bargatze.
Yeah, Soray Bargatze. I feel like if I find some little girl sitting out now on the side of the road and she lives with us. I feel like that's how you get a soiree in your family. They're not born into that family. You find them and they're put with that family. Turler. That's the guy's name. Turrler. Turler. Think that's his real name?
I don't know.
I don't.
You don't, Aaron?
I don't,
How do you
dude.
not think that guy?
I know we have a history of colorful names on the podcast, but Turler.
The Turler family?
I bet its name is the Lur
The
family.
Lurs?
The Lur
You
family?
remember
I
the
think his
Lurs?
name is Tyler, and he's being funny. Turler.
Ooh, Tyler.
Mhm.
Tyler Lur.
That's what I think.
All right, you going with Tyler? I go with his name is actually Turler, and he has to live with it. This podcast is officially too dumb for me. Goodbye, folks. We had a good run. I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know.
He's never even going to hear his comment being read.
Yeah. Turler. He's out. Too dumb. What does he want it to be?
I know, right? Yeah, go get the TED Talks podcast.
Yeah, I mean, there's other podcasts. Like, that's what's like, that would be like if you're watching the Titans play and you go, it's just too much football. This is ridiculous. Why do you not watch the Titans? It's a lot of football. Why don't they throw in some other stuff? And
Right.
you're like, you know what? They should. They should throw in other
You know,
stuff.
I was talking to Brian. We had a clip on your Facebook go kind of viral from like the second episode of the podcast
Yeah.
about talking millions, billions, trillions of
Yeah.
dollars. It has like 2 million views, and a lot
Really?
of them have no idea what the podcast is. So they're most of the comments are just like, these guys are morons.
Yeah.
they think it's like a math podcast.
Well, I mean, Turler knows what the podcast is,
Right.
and he thinks we're morons.
Right.
So.
So Turler made it 23 episodes
Yeah.
before he's like,
He gave
"All
us a
right,
fair
this is
shot."
too
Yeah, he
much,
goes,
man."
this is, I always love the idea of someone, it's like they're resigning, like leaving a comment.
Yeah.
He goes, he didn't even give us a 2-week notice.
I'm out.
He just goes, like, it's so funny to think, like, you think he's at home and he's talking to his wife, his roommate, and he just goes, I can't listen to this podcast anymore. And they're like, oh, it's cool. So you go stop listening to it. I'll probably let them know, and then I'm going to stop listening to it. Like that. What are you going to do for that? You go just unsubscribe. I'm probably going to somehow let these guys know that I don't think they're good, and then I'm going to back out. You know what I mean? But I think they should know that the Lur is out.
The Lur family
Parting shot.
The Lur family
is out.
out.
We
Who
met a
knows?
fan yesterday. of the
You met a
podcast.
fan?
We did.
We did.
Remember when we were at lunch and the guy, hey, listen to the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Where was it? Oh, yes. The guy we met yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't like talking to the fans out in the public. No. Yeah, very nice guy.
Yeah. Didn't know my name, but
Yeah, he called him Matt. He called Brian Matt.
he said
He goes-
Nate and Matt.
Yeah. Wasn't sure and went with Matt. And so I don't feel like you look like a Matt.
And
I was
he's
gonna
like,
say that's a pretty good guess.
he said,
It's not a bad guess.
he said, I don't know why I thought your name was Matt. And he said, well, we got an Aaron. He said, oh, yeah, I know Aaron. I love Aaron.
Yeah.
But his name was Ben. I know him. But then when he left, he's like, what was your name one more time?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I should have said Worf. He was very
Worf.
nice.
See if he's a real fan of the, does he dive deep? Like, did you go back to episode 1? You
Yeah.
one of those real fans? Like, what's your greatest?
I don't have one.
What could you?
All right, so I thought about that. I mean, the only thing I could possibly think of is I play baseball and basketball, and there's me as a basketball player there in junior high.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Right
So,
when they got color cameras.
and there was one game. I mean, I was terrible. I was always terrible. I never scored. But there's one game I hit a 10-foot jump shot.
Yeah.
Legit 10-foot
Yeah.
jump shot. So then we go down the other team. We come back down. They throw the ball at me. I shoot again. The guy on the other team tipped the ball like when I shot it, but somehow it made it go in the hoop.
Yeah.
My coach didn't see this apparently, so he yells, "Brian's hot! Give him the ball," which I've never heard in my life. He doesn't know that
Yeah.
the only reason that ball went in is because another guy helped it. So then we go down, then we come back down, and they're like, "Get Brian the ball," which I've never had before. They throw it to me, I shoot it, it goes over the backboard. It was one of those makeshift concession stands over there where the parents run, and it bounced like over into
Yeah.
them where the dad had to throw it back in.
Yeah.
That's my greatest moment.
Your greatest moment is a heat check.
Yeah,
moment.
heat check.
Yeah.
For a second, they thought I was.
He's cold. He's back off. That's what they have to
Don't
yell.
throw it to him anymore.
No more Brian. No more Brian, everybody.
But I mean, I stole a base once and thought that somehow the guy had fouled the ball back, and I ran back to first, and it confused him so much. I was on second, and I thought, oh, they fouled it back, so I started running back first. About halfway there, he was like, throw it to first. And I had to slide head first into first base.
Back to the base.
And I'm back right where I was with the first base coach. And he's like, what are you doing, man? You were there. I was like, I thought they fouled it. I didn't know. So in a way, I stole 2 bases.
That's never happened before. You're the only one. You stole a base, then you stole it back.
The look on my first base coach's face when he saw me coming back there.
Wow.
Oh, dude. I mean, just to have to dive in, just to you have to slide to fix a problem that shouldn't be a problem. Like you're getting back to the original. You could be like, dude, you could just stay here, man, and we wouldn't be going through this. And for you to get all the way to second, and
That's amazing.
I feel like with you end up. Anybody else, it's like maybe you make it back to first, but you just go back to first, and you're like, well, that was a stupid move. And you're the only one that gets in a battle situation, just trying to get back to the original spot. I mean, it's a full-on real play.
I mean, I went in head first. The ump had to call safe.
Oh, dude, that's unbelievable.
Starting us off with our partner, Athletic Greens. All of us are trying to take our AG1 by Athletic Greens every day.
All of us.
We all gave AG1 a try because we wanted increased energy and immune system support for our busy lifestyles. We all try to take our AG1 in the morning before starting the day, and it makes us feel like we're doing something good to cover all our nutritional bases. It is much easier to mix 1 scoop of powder in water once a day than to take a bunch of different things. It is the healthiest thing you can do in under a minute and costs less than $3 a day. Since we travel so often, we always get the single-serving travel packs, so we never have to miss a day when we are on the road. You can get a free monthly delivery to make it even easier. Every scoop has 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients of the highest quality that have major benefits like gut and mood support, boosted energy, and even healthier looking skin, hair, and nails. Less than 1 gram of naturally occurring sugar per serving. AG1 has been a part of millions of mornings since 2010. If you're looking for an easier way to take supplements,
What should we do?
Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Where do you go? Go to athleticgreens.com/Nate. That's athleticgreens.com/Nate. Check it out.
CJ, Brian has resting confused face. That is true.
Well, let me say, first of all, when Nate's talking, it's not resting.
Yeah.
But I've had this before. When I was a senior in high school, we went on our senior trip to Panama City. It was my first time away from my parents. I was so excited. My friends down there, and we met these girls. I was trying to be so cool, just hanging out. And out of nowhere, one of these girls just goes, "This guy looks worried." And they all start dying laughing. And they're like, "Look, he's worried." And the rest of the trip, they called me Worried. That was my nickname, was Worried.
Worried is such a good word to use. Like if they would have said this guy looks confused, worried.
I mean, they named,
unbelievable.
they labeled
dude.
me that. Yeah.
God,
Oh, man.
worried is such a good word
Yeah.
for that situation.
Yeah, women know how to cut to your heart, don't they?
She could have said confused. She could have said
That would have ruined the whole trip for me.
I mean, I
Scared.
still remember it to this day.
he could have
You're
said
just trying to
scared.
hang out.
I was trying to be so cool by not talking.
guy
like,
looks
yeah, man.
worried.
Yeah.
And then she go, I mean, I
And
hadn't
his
said a
bum
word.
over here looks worried. Who's he with? You two? And then for them just to call you worried. God, that's so funny, dude.
I still remember it.
How? I mean, that's like That's like professional stand-up. That's the you would.
It's a great
You
put
would
down.
try different words.
Right.
You would be scared if you would try everything
Yeah.
and worried. If anybody's like think about comedy, worried is just a very funny word, and it's just such a description that it's not a strong person.
And it's a good,
I mean, it hurts. Like you don't say worried about He-Man is not worried.
No.
There's soldiers are not worried. Like they're confused. They could be scared. Scared is okay.
Yeah.
Worried is
Also, not worried about anything in particular, just worried in general.
Just his general look. And it's coming from guys, you maybe could see that, but from a girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
And they all laughed. I mean, I was mortified.
yeah.
Got more worried.
She got super worried.
Self-fulfilling,
Yeah, it is self-fulfilling.
Peter Bridge, when Bruce told the story about the woman, I like how it's now just, I mean, it's not even,
I can't even find one that calls me by my real name.
yeah.
I looked.
And it's just how quickly it goes in. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like where it's an obvious, we're making fun of a joke. When Bruce told the story about the woman labeling, I mean, it's just like not like a breeze.
Yeah.
When Bruce told the story about the woman labeling him as worried, it quite literally made me pee. Those chicks just totally nailed it. He still gives off the worried vibe. No offense, Bryce. Yeah. Worried is, I mean, that's unbelievable. Dude. That'd be the name of your album. Worried.
It's the name of my life.
Yeah. You really should. Your next album should be Worried.
My next album.
It's just well, you're going to have to do one now. The people are going to want to hear it.
Yeah.
Everybody go buy his first album. It's still out there. And, but Worried is a great name for it.
I thought about that story all week.
Ace here, Bilbo's PBS pick is underrated. That's a pretty good choice for one channel.
Thank you.
Bilbo.
I don't know if I should thank them or be insulted.
Bilbo's that's a crazy name. He's like,
Aaron pointed out someone called me breakfast.
breakfast is unbelievable. Breakfast is as good as Worried. I mean,
man, so
someone
good.
called and this.
I don't think it's on here, but it was
Yeah.
in the comments.
I mean, breakfast is unreal, dude.
That's amazing.
That's the best one I've heard. Just to call him, I don't know, is breakfast coming up?
It's got the same amount of syllables as Brian. It's got the BR.
Yeah,
It's perfect.
and it's so ridiculous, man. Yeah, breakfast is good. I like how Brickles and Aaron are finding their niche roles in this production. Aaron, the reluctant genius, and Brisket is the self-deprecating setup man. Brigade even smiled and laughed out loud a few times on this one. Wow, we got some life out of Brigade.
These are getting
Breakfast
so
is
good.
moving around.
Mm.
Colin Lippert. Brad looks like the substitute teacher that desperately wants the approval of the full-time teachers. That's like a real comment. You look like a substitute teacher that you walk in the
teacher's lounge.
The teacher's lounge, just like, hey guys, and it's like, hey, and then the real teacher's like, you don't work here full time, man. I know you're here for a while because Miss, Miss Smith is going through
Maternity
some
leave.
stuff.
Or, yeah.
She's got, because Miss Johnson's going through a divorce and she can't be bothered by teaching. So, but you don't work here. Matt Kaczynski, Nate Rants today had me wanting to run through a brick wall. Great advice for anyone to better themselves. Love the podcast a lot. Bon and Aaron are amazing and can't wait to see them both grow like you. Bon, what name do you think you're going to make it as? Because it's not going to be Brian. It's going to be something else. Bon, I like.
You like them all.
I like.
That's why
I
this
do.
keeps happening, because you encourage it.
I know, but I love. I mean, Bon. Welcome to the stage, everybody. Bon. You say, I mean, you could be dancing somewhere named Bon. Now imagine the disappoint. Everybody, please welcome to the stage, Bon. And then you walk out on stage and like, oh god. And then some guy's like, just wait. He has to just wait.
So we'll start with the beginning of grocery stores. A little fun fact here. The first self-service grocery store.
This felt like doing a school, when you let they go. All right, everybody. We get Brian Bring. Brian Bates, and then it sounded exactly
Yeah, you don't like the way I start stuff, I don't think.
like your stand-up, like jokes.
Well, that's this. I've read like 3 times on the show, and twice you've called me out on the way I started. So,
I don't think I'm good at starting, but
well.
you go okay. Here we go.
But yeah, now I'm thinking about my jokes.
Yeah. How do you start your joke? You said, "Hello, folks."
You say folks?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you say folks.
Yeah.
For every joke?
No, when you come out. Hello, folks. And you might say it when you leave. You don't think you say? Do you say folks?
I don't think so.
I think you do.
Okay.
Every joke.
Every joke. Hey, that's his thing. That's why people will like it. That's his. And he sells T-shirts in the lobby that say, "Hey, hello, folks." And it's just a picture of him. That's his
Hello.
image. Hello. It's just 7 hands that go like that. Hello, folks. And then he does his act.
And then every joke I start with it again.
Yeah. And there you go. Hello, folks. Then good night, folks. How good did that be, man?
That's so good.
I mean, that's just like that would be like if you're a stand-up comic, you just got pulled out of Lebanon and you didn't know Nashville exists. And then you're like, I've been doing comedy in Lebanon for 15 years. All right, sorry.
I've been to some sad zoos. I haven't been to any really good ones.
What's a sad one?
I
Yeah.
went to one in Arkansas that was there's just trash and a lot of trash.
Yeah.
And the saddest part was there's like a penguin exhibit, but it's Arkansas in the summer. So it was just these penguins all huddled up standing in front of a fan in this exhibit.
Yeah.
It was I was like, why are they here?
How do you say it?
Yeah, what was the exhibit?
It was penguin.
Yeah, it was different. Penguin.
That's how
I say
Penguin.
penguin.
I say penguin.
penguin?
Penguin.
It's-
Maybe that
Look,
sounds
you
like
may be
you sound
right.
like the guy that would run that penguin exhibit. Hey, what do you got going on here?
Penguin.
And this penguin, I got a couple penguins, and put a couple penguins downtown. But the other night, I bought a couple penguins.
I've never penguin.
You would seem like a
Penguin.
guy that someone that says like that sells penguins to zoos that are kind of under
I
the
don't.
radar.
How are you supposed to say it?
Penguin?
Penguin?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what
It's
I
an
say.
E. Penguin.
You're saying-
Penguin.
You're saying it like an A,
You're saying it like an I.
but I and E can sound the same. Yours should be PANG.
I mean, you want to
Penguin.
look? Can you look this up? Can you look up the pronoun? I mean, this might be nobody's interested in this, but now I feel.
Look, you may be right.
I don't think so.
March of the Penguins.
I mean, I would like to say if 2 people in this room.
How does Morgan
say-
Freeman say it in March of the Penguins? Penguin
Penguins,
books.
penguin.
Oh, here we go.
Penguin. Penguin. Hey, you got some. What are you selling? I got a couple penguins in the back of the truck. They're in the ice box. That's how
They're in
my-
the icebox.
they're in the ice box.
I thought
right
usually
now.
Wikipedia shows you like the
It's like-
pronunciation.
Yeah, you could do if you just type in penguin pronunciation on Google, you should be able to.
Just hear someone say penguin.
Oh yeah. Well,
Whoa, you gotta have to go. This is,
I want to hear somebody I want to hear the legit.
one of
yeah.
those said penguin prostitution.
Now you
Did
go.
they not say that?
Let's. It did.
All right,
Penguin. There it is.
say it.
Well, yeah. Well, click
Do
that button right to the right of it. Let's hear it. No, the
That's to the right.
No.
I know right
Oh,
directly
man.
to the right of.
I don't.
Click it.
Penguin.
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 Penguin. Penguin. Hey.
We're
She
both
said
hearing
it
the
just like I said it.
No.
Penguin.
Penguin.
Penguin. Penguin.
Slow it down.
Slow it.
Yeah. There you go.
Penguin.
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 There you go.
Penguin.
I think we're both thinking we're saying that right.
All right.
And
Go
this
tap
is like
back
a
in.
Yanni Laurel
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
thing.
So you're hearing pang
I'm hearing penguin.
because I'm hearing penguin.
Penguin. I
Penguin.
can't. That's hey. How you doing? What do you got back there? Got a couple penguins. One of them's all white. Is it? I never seen one of
All
those.
white.
It's
Your
all
throat's all
white.
white.
One's all white. Doesn't have like that tuxedo jacket on. No, it doesn't have it.
I did a
How'd
podcast.
you get that one? He goes, where's it at? It's in the front with me. It rode up with me in the front. It doesn't get too cold. It doesn't need. It's 95 degrees in Arkansas right now.
Yeah.
Got a couple. How much think a couple penguins? How much they go for? $50. And he goes, I mean, a guy like that wouldn't know how to say. Like he wouldn't know that he can make money off of it. Is he go? How much you want for about those $50? Get on that. You crazy? $50 for a penguin? Couple penguins. One of them's not even the right color. Did he sell? He goes, 25.
Yeah. Anyway.
Penguin.
Penguin. I want some penguins. And then they sell, that's a restaurant. You go, I'll take 2 penguins, 2 penguin burgers. Go type in, when you were typing that stuff in,
Yeah.
X out of the allow. Yeah.
Here.
Go penguin P. Now P. I swear PR.
Yeah. Penguin
What is that?
prostitution.
I don't know what this. We're not sure what this is. Oh, it's a thing.
Penguin prostitution.
Oh, they
is-
want rocks more than sex.
Do penguins have? We shouldn't be talking.
Oh,
This
gosh.
is inappropriate.
Yeah.
This is.
What did
This
you?
podcast is off the
I mean,
rails
this
already.
is- I mean, what happened?
I mean, that's the best thing you
Uh,
could hope. What did you think was going to be? The guy in Wilkes-Barre down the alley?
I thought it could be something that has nothing to do with penguins. I honestly thought it would be like that's what they call some other thing, and then penguins are nothing,
It's penguin.
but it's straight up penguin. We got penguin problems. How much you want to? I love a guy selling that. Got a couple of penguins in the back. One's all black. It doesn't have any white. Feet are blue. Is it? Let me see it. Let me see. Is you kidding me right now? I'm trying to start my own zoo, and I'd love some penguins. Is the thing that I think set us over the top. I mean, I think that's what the guy says that wants to. Because if I get a couple of penguins, I think we'll be just right. I charge $8 to get in that place. Get a couple penguins.
I love that. The official pronunciation is how I was saying it. It was, just let that for the record.
All right.
All right.
So that's your worst?
Yeah, I don't even remember. Yeah, that was it.
Uh,
The Arkansas one.
It's the place that had a penguin exhibit.
I want to believe in aliens because it shows that some civilization didn't blow themselves up and were able to get out in space and have some fun. Is that a hopeful
it-
thing?
Yeah. Yeah. So there should be other civilian stations that the planets blew themselves up.
Yes.
Is that what they think?
I think that
Did you say civilian stations?
Yeah, civilian. I got
One
broke the word up in
it's one big happy civilian station.
I mean,
You're trying to say civilization?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It blew me away. I was like, civilian station.
And you want people to take us
You're all right, man?
seriously. How are they going to take us seriously?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're.
Oh, boy.
Maybe they. But I hope something is called civilian station. That's what Earth is called. We are a station for civilians.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Drop off point.
I think I'm ahead of the game. I feel like an alien talking to dumb humans a lot because people make fun of what I say, and I'm like, and I always just go, "You're C. You're going to one day use this
You'll-
civilian
Yep.
station."
A lot of weeks in the comments, the next week someone will say, Nate was actually right. He's ahead of his time
There's
somehow.
no such thing as civilization.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
Is there been other civilizations?
Sniveling nation.
Is there been other civilian stations?
We've had
Is that? I don't think that's that's not a
critical-
crazy question.
critical comedy reaction.
Is there?
It's a meltdown.
In all seriousness, though, is there? So there's been other civilian stations. That's what we're going to call other planets, where civilians have lived, is what they say, and they're gone.
I would think
The argument, the argument is the reason we've never found in all our vast searching
I'm sorry.
success.
Aaron may need
Now
to
we're
step
just happy
out.
to see some life out of it.
That's so funny.
The argument is In all our searching of all the cosmos, one argument is maybe because they've long since destroyed themselves. And they advance like we do with nuclear weapons or some sort, and then they eventually just kill themselves.
And so all right.
Aaron's done.
Civilian stations. It's that's what we're gonna call this episode. Don't you think that's a good? That's how to describe Earth.
Nobody's ever made that mistake.
The dribbling vacation.
Civilization. I just kind of stopped. It was like
He was at the breaking point, and that was just the shove he needed.
It was like I was walking down a road. I looked the other way, and then I go, where was I? And I was still in the same word when all that happened.
It gets
So
better.
I said
and better.
civilian.
Wait till
station,
you're 60.
Civilian nation.
Things come out of your mouth you don't even know.
It's not my
why.
fault. I was taught by humans. All right. So traveling is a big deal. It's a big deal during the holidays. What is it the most? Do you know like the most?
Most traveled Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Why
Generally.
is Thanksgiving? I guess Santa
Yes.
Claus travels. So Santa's got to come to your home. So that's,
Yeah, people with kids, they want to stay home to do
same.
that. But Thanksgiving's more of a go see the.
It's also a secular holiday, so everybody, all Americans celebrate it, I feel like.
yeah. It's a big word, man.
But
Uh,
I thought you were going to argue that's why Thanksgiving's more travel.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why Thanksgiving is more
would you
travel.
say that word just at your dinner table with your family?
Secular?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the
Would
conversation.
that be the conversation that comes up?
Maybe,
And
man.
you go, it's my favorite secular holiday. And your family would you come from a smart family though, right? So you guys probably you do
I
like
guess I
science
remember using
experience and stuff.
that because my parents would made us go to mass on Thanksgiving sometimes, and I remember being like, "Come on, this is a secular holiday, dude. This isn't even."
You would say that in an argument
oh yeah,
to your
like, come on,
parents.
this is a secular holiday. What are we can't.
What are we doing here?
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
church and state. Come on.
I mean, you're kidding. I mean, wow, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you have a lab coat on? I mean, did you use it in, I mean, I don't, yeah. My family, we just clap at each other. We make noises.
Like monkeys.
We're like, yeah. We're just,
They throw things,
they
call each
throw
other idiots.
things, yeah. We're the idiot family. And we just,
Yeah.
just stomp on the ground when you want something. It's like how horses talk to each other. That's what goes on in our family. You just walk in,
Mhm.
just hear noises. You listen to the well sounds. You're like, no, my mom's cooking some. We're not using secular, I can tell you that right now. If I threw that around my family, we'd all be like, oh, all right. All right. Whoa, someone's taking some online classes somewhere, aren't we?
But there's no mention of when Jesus was born in the Bible.
Yeah. Isn't it supposedly, the people just think it's July, right? I always
I've heard
July.
some people
Spring,
think
yeah.
spring or summer.
But they weren't
Yeah.
using a Gregorian calendar back then.
No.
right?
Yeah.
So who knows what timing?
No. So
Would y'all use a Gregorian calendar too? Would y'all do that a lot?
That's the calendar that we all use, is the Gregorian calendar, right?
But with those words, I mean, I just would love to be that. Like you bring your girlfriend over like from high school and you go, my family, it's great. Thanks for coming. And then it's, it's like, it's like, hey, how you doing? What's your favorite secular holiday? On the Gregorian calendar, obviously. And then the girl's like, what? That's the word you guys are you just run her off. It wouldn't be fire. I mean, I would almost say lever.
A lever.
Like a pulley or a lever, maybe.
Like a fulcrum.
What?
Like
What's a fulcrum?
like a seesaw thing.
Oh yeah.
That kind of.
Is that what they say? Is that what you
Fulcrum,
said?
fulcrum be the thing in the middle.
Is that what you say when you go ride as a kid? You're just a fun kid. You guys want to go fulcrum? And everybody's like, oh god. Yeah. That's why do you remember riding the fulcrum a lot alone? Is it that? Is it because that's how you described a lot of stuff? hey, do you guys want to go ride the fulcrum? And they go, I don't,
Anybody want a fulcrum?
We're going to just swing.
I mean, that is what it is, right? Anyway.
So what do you think is going to do? I think I can get through a dozen chocolate.
Yeah.
Which I guess is, I did, it's like, if 2 dozen, it's a 228.80 calories is a dozen chocolate.
What was that?
I don't know, man. That's 28.80.
You just said a number that didn't exist.
28.80? 2,880?
Okay.
You don't think that's a 28.80? I mean 28.80 calories. So Bates, 8.
Do we have a time limit?
No, but it's like just, we don't be
reasonable?
filming all day. Yeah.
Okay.
You try to just go down there and eat. Bates, 8. Laura, what do you think?
I said 8 originally.
8. So Bates and Laura 8. So who could basically beat 8? And I'm doing, I say a dozen chocolate. And I honestly think I can get some glazed in there after that.
You're still hungry after
If
that?
I'm still, if we can drink and stuff, right? So
I
I
think-
think it'd be fun. And then, so I think a dozen, 2 dozen. So it's over under. Can you get to 2 dozens is the answer.
Okay.
I think 2 dozen is the thing. Can I get through a dozen chocolate? And do I add some glazed on? I don't know. But I think those are the highlights. 8, 2 dozen, 1 dozen chocolate.
It's so funny the difference. We're going to do 8.
Yeah.
24.
24.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm doing. 12. I'm trying to meet you halfway.
I
where it's
know.
back.
It's just where it's like
But I got chocolate.
You guys are professionals.
This is what we do, man. Think we're it?
I think I might be about done.
Okay.
I'm feeling it.
Where do you stand?
All right, hold on. So, yeah, I mean, I feel I'm at, and I was a letdown. I think we all agree Laura was the biggest letdown. But,
I did 3.5.
3.5. We went, our numbers are not excited. Laura did 3.5. I thought I could do a dozen. I did chocolate start. I think I did 4 chocolate, and then 2.5 of original glaze. Switched it up. So I'm at 6.5. But 4 being chocolate, so that's something. And chocolate's a little.
It's different. It's a
different.
different animal for sure.
It's different. Yeah, it's a
Goes
lot.
down different. The texture is different. It's hard. It's a lot going on.
Brian, breakfast. He should succeed at this, as we call him, breakfast. And he did. He did better than expected. We said 8 was the over under. He did 9.
Yep.
9, pretty easy. Aaron, Mr. 36, Mr. Iraq.
I had
How many?
12 glaze and 1 chocolate.
13.
13.
12 glazed, 1 chocolate.
13.
Hey, I'll
13
give
of
you-
the third.
Yeah, I'll give you that. The chocolate, or I'll give you the dozen. It's definitely tough, man.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing. You saying 36 is unbelievable.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
That's such a high number to be like, you couldn't even get to 24. I don't think you had.
No.
I don't think you can. I mean, did you eat today?
No.
I didn't eat today.
I didn't eat since last night.
I had breakfast.
You had a breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah. You still ate 8?
This is my lunch.
You could have waited
had
till
9.
you could have got to 12 if you didn't eat breakfast.
Well, I knew I could exceed my goals.
Breakfast has to get breakfast.
I could.
These guys talk a big game. I back it up.
Well, if my mother's life depended on it, I could eat a few more. But
Yeah.
I feel myself like, oh, I'm about to maybe throw up.
Yeah, you could eat till you throw. They're so sweet. It's a lot.
I'm thinking about the sheer volume of stuff
Yeah,
that I just ate.
yeah. I mean, we
Yeah.
got 1, 2, 3, 4. We still got 5 bottles.
I mean,
I told Laura, she goes 8. I go, let's do 10.
I said 5 or 4.
She said 4 or 5, and I said, I don't think you can listen to the podcast. I said, get 10.
she was right.
And here we are. We could have done 1.
Travel plans this summer?
Yeah.
Learn. Yeah, I'm asking you guys.
Oh, yeah.
You need to
absolutely.
learn to speak like a local with a Babbel, because with Babbel you can start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. How
Wow.
quick is that?
That is
Less
very
than a month.
fast.
Why Babbel? Because it works. Instead of paying hundreds of dollars for a private tutor or fooling yourself with language apps that are little more than games, Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are designed by over 150 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks.
I didn't even know there were that many experts.
No, there are over 150.
I had no idea.
It's designed by real people for real conversations, right? You know, you take a class in person, you're conjugating verbs, you're doing a bunch of nonsense. We're learning about having real conversations with people, stuff you'll actually use. Studies from Yale, Michigan State University. Well, that dropped off quick. Huh? To go from Yale to Michigan State University and others continue to prove Babbel is better. I just thought it was going to be Harvard or Princeton. From Yale to Michigan State. One study found that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a full semester at college, maybe at Michigan State, with over 10 million subscriptions sold. 10 million subscriptions sold. Babbel is a real language learning for real conversations. So here, just for you, is a special limited time deal for our listeners to get you started right now. Get 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/Nate. That's 55% off at babbel.com/Nate. That's BABBEL.com/Nate. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Kyle M. Dear Nathaniel, I am a teacher in China and I can't go one more day without you using the word good as an adverb. The correct word is well. I've heard 5-year-old Chinese kids speak better than you. One of them even has a guided horse. Perhaps Bridle Path should be catching these. Where, Kyle? Well, Kyle. How about I tell you, not really sure what an adverb is. So how does that make you feel?
He gave an example here.
I didn't even pick up on it. Where was the
Underneath it? Here's where it says, "Here's an example."
Oh, I read. Oh, here's an example. Incorrect. He plays golf good. Correct. He plays golf well. Look, I'm not an adverb guy, and I don't talk about adverbs. I don't think I've ever talked about them.
He thinks a pronoun's a noun that
But I
gets
say good. I
paid
do
to be
say
in a
good.
sentence.
I say good a lot, but I will say I do know that when I'm saying good, that it's a lot of times it's not good. But I do it. It's saying it different, which sticks out. I'm in a job of words, so he plays golf well. I'm not going to talk like that. That doesn't fit. It's funnier when I say it's good. Good is what's funnier.
Yeah.
That's what's funny. If it gets under your skin, that means it's probably a better way of being funnier.
Mm-hmm.
All your Chinese kids, you're not going to make it in comedy if they talk to them a little bit. I'm sure they speak better than me. But we're not competing for the same jobs. Good on them. He spoke well. Court gestures.
Yeah, we spent 15 minutes on Roland the Farter, and then we were just like, and the Crusades happened. Ugh.
Oh, wow. That
All
seemed
right.
like a tough time.
Court what?
Court gestures. How do you say it? Gestures?
You got called out a lot from people.
Oh.
Jesters.
Gestures.
Yeah.
Gestures.
You can say gestures.
Like I say, like Chester? Like Chester drawers?
No, like.
Do you think that's who invented them? Court jester, and then in Chester drawers, and he goes, I'll just change it to CH, and then didn't even notice. We're going to sell Chester drawers on our website. What do you mean? Jester is not like, I'm putting an H in there.
Yeah, you're saying it like, oh, that was a nice gesture.
Gesture.
But it's jester.
Just her. Like just her.
Just her.
Just her?
Just our heard
Who's
that.
in there? Just her. She's in there alone.
That's closer.
Court jester. Just her.
The court
So I should say just her.
That's closer than gesture.
Court juster. That's better. Just her in court. Chris, I mean, those words I have trouble. Like when there's,
Those
feels
words?
Like there's a collision of sounds right in the middle of them. I have a tough time, you know. When there's a car wreck of noise in the middle of a word, I have a bit of a trouble with it. My dogman story. In 2006 in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, me, my brother, and two friends were walking in the back of an unfinished neighborhood in the black man community. Blackman. That sounds much better than that, man. I mean, that sounds.
You're like, where's this
Yeah,
going?
I was like, oh my God. That's crazy. Unfinished neighborhood in the black man community. Like, oh, what is this podcast? That's great. How you say that is super important. That's a very important. I should have got some heads up. I should have been briefed before we got to that one. Maria Alvarez, shout out from a stenographer. It's when the words like come around the corner and surprise me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's I don't know they're there, and it's like I just get the stenographer.
There you go.
Well, I know, but it's honestly it's the word just is like I don't know.
That's a word you don't see written very often.
Oh, Aaron.
You know?
No, his whole job
Come
is
on.
writing it, but they just say it. Yeah, it kind of surprised me. That's how I look at it. If I don't know a word, just understand that's what it is. Onomatopoeia is actually not that hard of a word to say. And I bet if you look at it, you'd be like, oh, no, I don't know. Onomatopoeia. It kind of just finishes itself. You start Anna, and you're like, well, I'm going to go ahead and get the Pia.
Might as well do Monopia.
Yeah, I mean, we're already down there. Matt Oregon. My 10th grade English teacher taught us that onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is the second most rhythmical rhythm. What is that word? Golly.
Rhythmical.
Onomatopoeia is the second most rhythmical. That felt like I was like trying to jump over and not fall in the water during that word. Rhythmical. Like I just go like trying to cross a creek and not get my feet wet. You got to kind of, the last one's a little bit farther. I'm like, I'll get there.
During COVID, my foot just started hurting. Middle of the night, I couldn't sleep.
This is
I
before Krispy Kreme.
This
I want that on the record.
Yeah.
Okay.
This had nothing to do with Krispy Kreme. And it wasn't like, I looked up like diabetic nerve pain. I was like, what is this? Couldn't figure it out. And I couldn't describe it better than just my foot hurt real bad. The whole foot. And I just couldn't sleep. I called my mom. She goes, just go to the ER. It could be a blood clot or something. I don't know. So I go to the ER. I'm the only one there. And the whole time I'm like, they're just going to think that this is like not a real thing.
Yeah.
So I was just so nervous about trying to articulate how bad it hurt. So I'm sitting in the chair thing and the person comes in and they're like, did you hurt it? Did you bump it into something? I was like, no. Did you twist it? I go, I was just sitting down and it just started hurting.
Yeah.
So she goes, okay. And I see her walk out in the hallway and like a group of them. And they kind of all look at me at once and then look back. And I was like, they're just talking trash out there, dude. They're like, we'll give you an x-ray, maybe. I mean, this not a... Anyway, they just sent me home.
Yeah.
And it got fine after a while. I don't
It
know
never
what
hurt
happened.
you again?
No. It hurt so bad, though. And I had no idea what it was.
Could you walk on it?
No. I couldn't walk on it.
And then no medicine or anything. It just went away.
They said, just take some ibuprofen. Like, I was like, can I get a prescription? They're like, look, you don't need a prescription.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, my gosh. Took some aspirin.
Yeah.
I didn't even take 100. I just took 3 or 4.
And it went away and you're fine now.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Danny Pritchard. Aaron, your foot pain sounds like gout. I'm 66 years old and just started experiencing gout in my foot. And it is an identical feeling to what you described. I'm much older than you. You're a big boy. And obesity is something that can cause gout. I'm sorry, dude. That is like, I mean, Danny Pritchard just said, Aaron, can I talk to you privately for a second? And set you down and goes, I don't know how to tell you this, man.
I will say, if you sent me a message or a DM or an email about the fact that I might have gout, I'm sorry I haven't responded. I got dozens of messages.
Yeah.
People say I need to get my uric acid level checked.
Yeah.
When I get a doctor, I'll be sure to do that. But I need to get a doctor first.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, I'll be all right. But thank you.
Go
Thank
to
you,
go to
everybody.
a drive-in or what? Go to Walgreens, and just go up to the front and go, "How you doing? I think you can ask the cashier. Hey,
Not even the pharmacy, just the
No,
cashier in
yeah.
the
Can you
front.
test my uric acid?
hey, my left foot hurt. You think it's gout?"
Hey, I'm not even 30 yet, and I might
Yeah.
have gout. So can you take a look at that, please?
And she's gonna go. That makes sense. I think you got your answer there. You don't need a doctor. You just mention it here. We got doctors on here,
Yeah, we do.
so you just say what your problems are, and then they. I think this is if gout feels like the higher percentage.
Yeah.
Was there any other fun?
Yeah,
ones?
there was. There was diabetes and
Yeah.
just nerve damage in general, I
yeah.
think.
Oh,
and
yeah.
a few others.
I mean, this is worse than looking it up online because it's just. I mean, just everybody gets the, but everyone wants to make sure you're fine.
Yeah.
What is gout? Yeah, gout's a tough one. That's tough to say.
All I know about gout is that it's in the Adam Sandler Lunch Lady song. He says that the lunch lady has gout.
Yeah.
And that put kind of a stigma
Yeah.
on it for me personally.
Yeah, you don't want it.
So I hope I don't have it.
You don't have it, but
I'll get it checked out just for everybody's
Yeah.
peace of mind.
yeah, because I mean, I don't see how you don't have it. to
Did
be
you
honest.
cancel your gym membership?
Oh no, but somebody commented that I could do that with a letter,
Mail them a letter.
Oh,
which
that's nice.
which is I'm not sure if that's easier.
Hello, folks at Planet Fitness. My name is Aaron Weber, as in the grill, and I would like to cancel my fitness plan with you. As you might have noticed, I can't really remember even which building I signed up at. Never been. Also found out I have gout. So having trouble standing on my foot. You have the number?
Yeah, I got it when you're ready.
We're ready. So this is
What's my plan of attack here? I just go
it's
straight
COVID.
in.
You have COVID, you have gout.
No, I
So you
don't.
can't go, huh? You're high risk. You're
I mean, that's all true.
I don't know. You stop me when I'm keep spitting truth at you. All right.
Listen, I got COVID. I have gout. I
You
can't
forgot
come
your
in.
hat today.
Yeah. Well,
You're
I just,
a mess.
Why don't you just first see if you can cancel without any questions? And then,
oh, that's a good call.
Yeah.
and then go to
And then
COVID.
only give them a reason if they. All right, I'm
Yeah.
calling them.
And they go, well, COVID, and then they
Planet Fitness, they probably won't even answer.
and then if they say, all right, there it is. It's ringing. Wonder if they have
Planet Fitness. This is Allison. How can I help you today?
Hey, Allison. My name is Aaron. I am a member of this particular Planet Fitness. I was hoping to cancel my membership over the phone.
Okay, so unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to do it over the phone, but we do have other options available for you if I can go through those with you.
Okay, that'd be great.
So we do have our facilities open, so you are able to come in person anytime. We're 24/7, and you can cancel in person at one of our terminals with a team member. If you're unable to do that with work or schedules or just not comfortable with coming into the facility, you can always send us a letter in the mail. We would just need to see you or that letter in club by the 10th of any month to avoid any further monthly billing. If you happen to have moved out of state and you're no longer near our particular location, you may be eligible to transfer your account to a location that is closer to you, and then you would have the option to also go in person or send that location a letter.
tell me you have gout.
Okay, so the only way I could cancel, I can't do it over the phone. I gotta either send a letter or come in.
Send a picture of your
Correct.
gout.
If
What does the letter have to say?
if it's just COVID concerns will keep me from coming in, then the only way is the letter, huh?
That is correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you getting a lot of people calling to try to do this, or am I the first one?
No, we definitely have a lot of people. Unfortunately, whenever we first reopened back in June of 2020, for the first maybe 60 days, we were accepting things over the phone, but things were getting very murky as far as people making sure that things were going through the proper way, and it was just becoming an issue on not even
Yeah, got a
just
bit of a
the
talker on there,
but
huh?
also on members.
Uh,
They would claim that they called when they really didn't.
I mean,
It would be
yikes.
very muddy. So we have begun going strictly back to following the per agreement of coming in person or sending that letter through.
Okay. Thanks, Allison. I'll send a letter.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Write them a handwritten letter.
Do a handwritten one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Handwritten is pretty. I mean, for them to see the handwritten, they're gonna think something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Handwritten.
yeah. They might give you more money back because they're like, this guy doesn't even have a computer. There's a good chance they would give you more money back. What day would you do it?
I'd do it later today, probably when we're done.
You put
tonight.
some time in
Mhm.
tonight. So your calendar reminder will say 8 p.m.
Mhm.
and it'll go write letter to Planet Fitness, and then you will go and lick your pen and my dearest Planet Fitness. I hope things worked out better than they did.
Dip a little more.
Oh yeah.
But I never saw you. The only day I've seen you is the day I walked in to sign up. And I did not work out that day. Did you work out that one day?
I signed up online. Dude.
You signed up, That's so, I mean, dude, signing up, they're like, yeah, we're doing, you can send us a text message. I mean, we're do SOS. We're do whatever you want. You give us any form of credit card, you can pound tables. And I mean, yeah, we'll let you sign up easy to get out, write a letter. That's how they got you.
The first iPhone came out in 2007. Steve Jobs made a prank call order of 4,000 lattes to a nearby Starbucks.
That was the first call.
Yeah. I remember that.
And
I,
then
I watched that live.
Really? So
That,
you knew it was
that
coming.
keynote. Yeah.
He called, he was doing a keynote and then, yeah.
He showed, it was the first time I remember being amazed by a piece of technology.
Mhm.
When he scrolled on the iPhone for the first time, just on the screen, I remember gasping.
Not
I was
air
watching it
conditioning?
with my sister. Yeah, I grew up with air conditioning.
Yeah.
I remember, you probably remember getting it, but I grew up with it.
So when you saw that, you go,
I did.
gasped.
I mean, it was unlike anything you'd ever seen.
Mhm.
This guy's touching a screen
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
flipping it up.
I mean, like gasping, like you've seen that. I mean, like you're watching.
What? Just nothing impresses you? You just go.
I don't know if I'm gonna be
FaceTime?
sitting. You're watching on a television at home. You're not watching Houdini in a town square in the 1800s. You tell me as a 10-year-old Aaron Weber in your living room, you go, oh, he scrolled on the screen, and then your family came running
If
in.
you watch you can watch the video of that. The crowd gasps as it happens.
I mean, maybe in the room, and like I get, but you're saying in your living room on your television.
How old were you?
When did this happen?
2007.
2007.
16?
Yeah, 15, when they 15, 16.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
What's the matter? What's the matter? Are you gasping? Another grown man on TV scrolling. I'm not saying I'm not wowed by things.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm gasping. I don't know if I've gasped at anything.
You've never gasped?
I don't think so.
I mean, it wasn't like I wasn't.
Oh,
it wasn't
God.
embarrassing. It was
What
just like
was that?
I was like, oh wow,
Wow. Mama. You said they ain't gonna do it, but they did it, Mama. He's swiping on the screen. Did you start swiping on your TV and just go, is it gonna move? That's how you changed the channel on your TV. You just started like rubbing on the screen. I wonder if they make as much though as a professor.
For that one class?
Yeah, but you get paid class by class if you really
but
break
if they're
it
like a
down.
celebrity, they might get paid more, right?
Yeah. Who are you,
You know?
talking to?
No, he was nodding
Oh.
no, answering our questions.
I mean, Aaron started
I'm
his
just
own podcast within the podcast. He's over here. What is going on?
Looking 3 feet
He's
to the
just,
left.
my goodness. Everybody, please welcome to listen to Aaron Land. When does it air? Airs during Nateland. Sorry. I didn't know you guys were going to do something together. You just give me
He
a
was
heads
answering-
up.
He was answering the question. I'm sorry about that, man.
Yeah,
We have so many
that
squirrels.
thing's
That one's
not
not
really
working.
working. Yeah.
It is not. Well, that's in the back, but
Yeah.
Why would you not put it in the front where the main problem is?
well, they were getting on our roof. It's a major problem.
I mean, dude,
attacked. Dude.
golly, this is like the bird movie by Alfred Hitchcock with squirrels, where they don't like attack you; they're just like
And you
it's all
can't
just-
kill them.
Wow,
It's against the law to purposely in city limits to kill them. You can throw them from an airplane, but they'll still
Yeah.
live.
Yeah, they're gonna land that.
Yeah.
No problem. But you can kill a squirrel, right? If it's destroying your property.
How would I kill it?
You can set up a trap or something.
Shoot it.
I don't think you can just be shooting in a
Like BB
neighborhood.
guns, people, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, by the time I think by the time your brain would tell you to pull that trigger, that squirrel's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to hit it.
You don't think I could be?
Brian out there, the BB gun, the
Yeah.
Air Force hat,
Yeah.
shooting squirrels.
Oh,
from
and
the
I'll be honest with you,
porch.
it just looks like something's wrong with him. Like the neighbors are like, they see her parents come out, and then they just think like, oh, he still lives with his parents. Like they don't know. He's got that hat on, that camouflage hat with a BB gun. And he's just out there looking at all these squirrels, and her parents come out. Did you get him? He's sitting there like, oh, I guess he still lives with his
They
parents.
think that I think they can't see me. Sniper.
They would lay his wet backpack on. It's dripping water, and people just coming up and asking if he's okay. He goes, "Yeah, I'm doing real good. I live on my own now." Like Kramer.
I think that's the tops.
Yeah, I think that's the top. Thank you.
After years of fine print contracts and getting ripped off by big wireless providers, if we've learned anything, guys, it's that there's always a catch.
Always.
Every time.
So when I first heard that Mint Mobile offers premium wireless starting at just $15 a month, I thought, what's the catch?
Right.
There isn't one. Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they're the first company to sell wireless service online only. They cut out the cost of retail stores and pass those sweet savings directly to you.
That's what I'm talking about.
They offer great service that is so affordable. If you have kids, this is a great option for them too. Dusty, Daisy could have a Mint Mobile.
I can't wait for her to get a phone.
Mint Mobile gives you the best rates whether you're buying for one or the family. And at Mint, families start at 2 lines. All plans come with unlimited talk and text, plus high-speed data delivery on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Nate. That's mintmobile.com/Nate. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Nate.
Welcome everybody. I've debated of changing, seeing what people thought about changing "Hello, folks"
To what?
to "Let's go, folks." Is that not maybe better? Let's go, folks.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like it gets us out of the mix of everybody being "Hello, folks." Like people say "Hello, folks."
Yeah, just as a normal expression.
As a normal
right?
expression. And I mean, I've had people say "Hello, folks." I mean, because there's been a couple of times someone said it, and then I think like they're saying it to us, and then you're like, oh, that's just how the guy speaks.
Yeah. So you want to do "Let's go"?
Let's go, folks, because we're making fun of "Let's go." No.
Yeah, I mean, that's not bad.
I'm on board. People are commenting "Let's go" everywhere now.
Yeah.
After last week's episode, so
Yeah.
I feel like we can't escape it anyway.
See what everybody thinks about it.
See how it feels.
See how it feels. Let's go, folks. Welcome everybody to the podcast. I started with the "Let's go." I don't know if that's going to be the. I mean, truthfully, all this being said, I do think I get to decide what I want to say.
I mean, that is true.
So I enjoy talking about it and being in the mix. But
how did it feel just now?
Let's go, folks.
Felt good?
It feels great. I like it. I like it. I like the specific. It's we did it. You threw a poll up on the Instagram
And
Twitter. And so what were the "Let's go" and "Hello, folks"?
Here's the Instagram results.
1,400 people. Over 2,000 people voted. 62% "Hello, folks." 38% "Let's go, folks." What I would say is a lot of this is it's people that don't want change.
Yeah.
And that's Laura, who over here? People that are stuck in their ways.
All 3 of our wives voted for "Hello, folks."
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they listen to it? That's the thing too. Did people listen to
and hear the explanation and hear the context for it?
Yeah. and everything.
I don't know if Laura did.
Yeah, Laura doesn't.
Here's the Twitter.
Hello, folks. Same thing. Everybody still likes hello, folks, because we've been doing hello, folks. Hello, folks. I'm not saying I'm against. I like hello, folks. I think let's go, folks, is just stands out more.
Yeah.
I think it's different. Hello, folks is weird just saying the same greeting that's been said for 100 years.
Yeah.
Right?
You think, well, a lot of it is in the inflection that you do it. I
Yeah.
think that is unique in a way.
Let's
I mean,
go,
how many people?
folks.
Well, even
Oh,
the hello,
hello.
folks.
Hello,
How do
folks.
people go, hello, folks?
Yeah.
I mean, who talks like that?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not changing the folks. Look, it's not for sure yet. We're doing another we can do another poll, but I want we're not doing it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let us breathe.
We'll keep doing polls till we get the results we want.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We'll do another one.
So how long do you guys want this to go on? If you know what I mean. We're do it again, but I want it to be a little. It needs to. Let's let everybody. I want you to think in your soul about this.
Yeah.
Get into it. I might switch. Let me think about it a little more. Maybe it's hello, folks. Maybe I just want it to be back hello, folks.
Yeah. Can we have both?
Huh?
Could we do both?
We can't. Yeah, you can do. Everybody can do whatever you want, but I don't know what the point of. If it's the intro to the podcast, I'm not going to go hello, folks. Let's go, folks. Like you're getting nowhere.
Yeah.
That's how someone gets where they go nowhere in life. Is they go, let's just do both.
That turned quickly.
Yeah, that's what happens. You don't make a decision. You don't make a decision. You don't move forward. You kind of sit in the decision of two things. Is that not true?
Yeah, that got way more serious than I was anticipating. You pivoted that into like real life advice.
That's why you can't just sit and do. I mean, I don't know. You asked if we could do two. I'm telling you the reason why.
I know, but we just did a poll where overwhelmingly, and he was like, let's just let it sit for a while.
You did a poll. Was the episode even up?
I put that out, I think, 3 days later.
I mean, it's people listen to this podcast like we're acting like we're a live, we're on a live show and like it comes out, people listen to it, people got to think about it. I'm letting people think.
Yeah.
We're making a decision. We'll come back.
I'm on board with let's go, folks, but I hope the next poll is like 90% hello, folks.
If they send it just as an answer,
it's gone the other way.
Don't just do that just to make a point.
That's true.
If that happens, I'm going to make sure.
Answer honestly.
Yeah, I'm going to make. We're going to do another poll if that happens. So it's this week. You know, if you don't want to do it, obviously, a lot of you, like Joe, might be over this.
I think a lot of comments have been, at this point, we don't care. Just stop talking about it.
Oh, we don't have to do the poll.
No. Let's do the poll.
Okay. Let's see. It can be three quick. Like, here's what I think. I think it should be hello, folks. That's this. We're in hello, folks. And if we see each other out in the wild, I think it's whatever you want. Hello, folks, or let's go, folks. I think it's fun to, you can be let's go, folks, and you scream like that kind of thing. It's kind of, it's both of them. Hello, folks is the response, let's go, folks. Or maybe say, I'm a hello, folks person. I'm a let's go, folks person. But we're all folks, and we all get along.
So hello, folks only, let's go, folks only, or hello, folks / let's go, folks.
Hello, folks, let's go, folks in the wild.
Okay.
Does people get that?
I don't think I get it.
Not in here, like when we're out and about. It's your own choice.
Okay.
Hello, folks, let's go, folks. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what it is. I don't know if we have to do a poll.
All right.
We don't even have to do the poll.
Okay, yeah,
There's no reason for the poll. I think it's hello, folks here, moving forward. We're done. You can still in your comments, if you want to write, let's go, folks. Like, that's funny. Like, they're both funny things, but hello, folks is how we will greet you, how we will start our day here in Nateland.
Somehow I missed out that boy bands weren't cool if you're a guy. Because New Edition, they were a big thing, but that's the only boy. And then before my senior year of high school, right before we started back, me and my buddy went to the New Kids on the Block concert. And we didn't realize that that's not cool for guys.
Yeah.
Right? So I bought a T-shirt at Starwood Amphitheater to wear to school my first day of my senior year, and
Big statement.
well, people
the
quickly
gate.
let me know. It kind of I brought it for a visual.
Yeah.
I wore this shirt to school first day of my senior year, and it didn't go over well. Guys quickly let me know this.
I mean,
That's not cool.
Look like an improv troupe.
Yeah.
You know?
There, you would be. What did you tell them? They do a concert. You're like, no, I stole it from some girl. That would be what you should have. You would be like, all right, that's cool.
I beat up a girl and took her shirt.
I mean, I was so proud of it. It took like third period of people just like, what are you doing, man? Before I realized this was a huge mistake.
And you have to wear it
all day.
All day.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't go home.
Yeah.
Could you turn it on its head and be like, it's hilarious that I'm wearing this.
I could have if I was smart, but no.
Yeah.
It took
If
me
we
half
had
the day to realize
I think if
it's
we had
not
a time
cool.
machine, we could go back and fix it. But you're kind of past the point of. Don't you think you could have done it? Yeah, I could have done a lot of stuff. Could have.
There's a lot of stuff I could
owned
have done
it
differently.
a little bit more.
I went up to a guy in high school and asked for his autograph.
Wait, who? Who was it?
That was.
God.
You didn't go to my high school.
Were you in high school?
I was like a freshman in high school, and I was the biggest sports fan in the world. And I read like every Street and Smith college basketball magazine from cover to cover. And they listed the top high school players coming out. And a guy named Carlos Groves played at East Robertson High School. And he got recruited by Tennessee. And he was in my magazine. And I was so excited that he came to our high school to play. He was like a celebrity that I went up to him and had him autograph my magazine.
Yeah.
And his buddies were like teasing him.
Yeah.
You know, like what?
yeah.
It would almost be like if somebody came up to me now. Like it was just ridiculous every way around. Like he was embarrassed. I'm the only one not embarrassed at the time.
Yeah.
Everybody else is like, what is going on here? And they just teased him about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far can you throw a football?
Just act like that sounded like a child just walked in. How big's your hands?
Yeah.
How much do you weigh?
Is your head bigger than my dad's head? I think my dad could beat you up. And you're like, all right, can we get him? Someone calm him down a little bit. Oh, Chris Radcliffe. Nate, the worst word I butchered while reading out loud was horse divorce.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
I pronounced it as ours devours. And probably got ridiculed by my friends. I'm curious how you're pronouncing it right now. I said horse divorce. So,
a horse divorce.
A horse divorce. It's been happening a lot around here. Horse divorces. What if you get a lawyer? That looks like a business card. Should be that. What do? I do horse divorces. And then he goes, oh. You specialize in horse divorces? Do they get divorced a lot? More than you think. Imagine what do you think it is? And you go, I think it's 0. And he goes, it's every one of them. There's not one horse that I've met that stays long with his running mate.
They're all so unhappy.
They're all so unhappy. And I deal with horse divorces. I got more than I want. And then someone comes over and gives him some caviar and he goes, oh, thank you. Because that's what they'd be serving at a horse divorce party.
Upscale.
Upscale hours devours. You know, if you don't say, what is it? Hors
d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres. How do they get to that?
I know.
Do you think anybody says that word correctly the first time they see it?
There's not a chance.
Yeah.
And even if you know it, you don't see that in your head when you say hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
You know, nobody does.
Horse.
You about to say, Brian?
I was going to say, I can see how he would hours devours. I could kind of see that leap. Horse divorce is a little more of a leap, but.
Horse devours. I guess Duvrays. I could have said horse d'oeuvre. Horse d'oeuvres. Excuse me, would you like any horse d'oeuvres, please? Oh, I will. You know what? I don't mind if I do.
Just picturing you as a waiter at like a fancy event, walking around, some pigs in a blanket. Can I tempt you with some horse divorets?
Divorets? What's that? Horse divorets.
This is horse?
This is horse. No, it's pigs in the blanket. What's the matter?
You don't need any cutlery for this.
What's the matter? You don't need any,
Cutlery.
You don't need cutlery for this. This is horse divorce. What do we got going here? You know? This is civilization. What is it? Just add every. You can almost make that a whole sentence.
Yeah.
Horse divorce, cutlery, and
validity. What was it you said?
Yeah.
Validity.
Yeah. That's begun. What's that? What's the Mary Poppins song? Super. I knew I was saying it wrong, but I thought that one I knew. I was like, for some reason the right words weren't coming, and then I thought, well, let's just see what words.
Let's get to the docious part at the end.
Yeah.
Docious.
Yeah. Horse divorce. Just seeing a horse in court. He just sits there, both.
I don't even want to look at it.
Every judge. Why's the long face? All right. He goes, he loves it every time. He goes, all right. All right. I always start like that. What's the problem? And she doesn't want to be near me anymore. He goes, a lot of jokes like that. There you go. That's what the lawyers have a good time. It's a fun place to be. At a horse divorce, to go in there.
Horse divorce court.
Horse divorce court. And to go in there and they bring in the
ponies.
The ponies. And they're just sitting there. And they're and then they and they're branding them. Get back. And you got, golly. One shows up with a bunch of brands all over him. And you're like, oh boy, this one's trouble. Look at all the brands he's got. He's got a bunch. He's all branded up. Rachel Kane, the amount of misfortune that happens in Brian's life. I need a reality show. Please, someone just follow this man with a camera, keeping up with the Kardashians. Would have nothing on bad luck, Brian.
Can I address this?
Breaking Brian. That's what we call it, Breaking Brian. Yeah.
I admit I've had my share of embarrassing moments. I mean, I may be having a stroke right now.
Yeah.
But I also turned 50 today. So you live that long, you're going to have some embarrassing moments.
Yeah.
And as comics, we share them.
Yeah.
And that's what makes them funny.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so I hope they don't really think, I feel like I'm the luckiest person in the world.
Yeah.
I got great friends, present company included. A great job. I get to do what I love.
Yeah.
I got a great wife.
Yeah.
I got a baby on the way. I got a lot to be thankful for.
You don't have a baby on the way.
I do.
Do you really?
Yep.
Are you kidding?
Are you kidding, dude?
Get out of
That's
town,
crazy.
man. There we go. That's
Wow,
awesome, man.
Congrats, dude.
Congrats,
That's
buddy.
unreal, dude.
Thank you.
That's so great.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Golly, that's crazy, dude.
Oh, man.
I thought you were just joking.
I got a lot to be thankful for. Nope.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm very serious.
We'll get to the bottom of this stroke stuff a little bit quicker than we think.
I
We
know.
need to figure it out.
Got to get it figured out. Got to be healthy for
Yeah.
a baby.
I know.
Wow.
Dude, how far along is she?
She's already
Yeah.
in second trimester.
Yeah.
I mean, at our age, we wanted to really wait and make sure
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
everything was good. But
Yeah.
we feel like now we're at the point where we can tell people.
Yeah.
So,
That's so great,
Oh,
man.
man.
little girl.
A girl?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So we're so excited.
Where's your mom
She was thrilled.
Yeah.
She just couldn't believe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're all so excited.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody thought you were going to have a kid.
My
I'm
mom-
sure y'all didn't think you were.
No, we didn't. And, it's not easy at our age, but
Yeah.
things happen. It's a miracle. So
Yeah.
we're doing it.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. Congratulations, man.
If you're the praying type, I ask for continued prayers for
Yeah.
a healthy baby.
Yeah.
and then I'm not having a stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do the baby first. We're going to rank it in order, like the way the prayers ranking, like where people in states, and they go, well, Alaska does, they did the stroke first, but most of the other country did the baby first. At the end of the episode, I watched after the sign off as Nate walked to breakfast, and I expected him to give him a hug or something after breakfast is big news. Instead, he reached over and grabbed some Sour Patch Kids. Typical Nate, keep up the good work.
That's so funny.
That was good.
Yeah.
We've hugged. I don't think we did. Did we hug? I think we.
No,
Not much.
it's very funny. I'm going to pull that up. I want you to watch.
No, I think we. Oh yeah.
I want you to watch.
I think we.
It'll
have
take a
hugged.
second,
We've
but
hugged. Occasionally, when you got married,
Yep.
when this baby's born.
I mean, the fact that you guys are having to argue about it just proves it's not.
I just wish we hugged more, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's a point. I hug. There's my buddy Dan Chackey. We never would shake hands when we would leave because it'd be like we're about to see each. It's like sometimes it's like it can be. You're like, what are we doing?
Right.
But I like hugging. But when you're around someone all the time, I'm not hugging.
Here we go.
here's the end. So you get up. Brian just made the good. It looks like you're about to get up. Hey man,
here we go.
Congratulations, dude.
Oh. And priorities.
Yeah.
So there's a regional in Pittsburgh, and it's not in the city, but the Saturday, a group of little people were like, let's go and see downtown Pittsburgh. So this one girl, she has a new minivan. All right. We're all little people. Her dad just bought this brand new, beautiful minivan, accessible van, very expensive. So we go into downtown Pittsburgh and everyone's drinking, and I'm not because, it's early and I was just tired.
Yeah.
So the girl whose minivan it is, she only had like one beer, but she was like, I probably shouldn't drive. I was like, I'll drive, I'm fine, And so now we're on the 4th floor of a parking garage that is on a very heavy, steep incline, okay? 4th floor down. And so I get in very confident, okay? I'm a good driver. And I start the car and I put my foot on the brake now and I put it in reverse. Now what happens is the pedal extension falls off the brake.
So you have to you put an extension on.
So
obviously
I drive with pedal extension. Yeah. So it's like a regular pedal, but there's 2 extended bars that attach to the pedals.
Yeah.
One on the gas, one on the brake. So when I put the car in reverse and I put my foot on the brake, I don't know how, but my foot just knocks that brake pedal off. So now all of a sudden, within a second, we are just full speed going backwards down on the 4th floor, and there's a guardrail where we could just go over 5 little people in this minivan. We're just dead. So real instinct, I'm like, look, I got to save us. So I just start hitting cars on the way. Boom, 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 boom. I'm slowing us down, and I hit 7 cars. And now I get out, and she is just like, I cannot believe this. This is the brand new minivan my family has been saving for. And I just hit 7 cars. I smashed. So now we have to just sit there and wait to tell all these people that I, along with these other 5 innocent little people, just smashed and destroyed all these cars.
I mean, just so many people walking out, like 7 people. Like I mean, possibly 15 people are walking out, and you're like, how you doing? Did you park on the 4th floor? You got to ask him, they're like, yeah. All right, well, we probably got some news for you.
And then we got to get back to the hotel later because this is the convention.
Yeah.
And that's like the talk of the conference. Every little person knows what happens. Like everyone's mad. This family has been saving up for this minivan. And this is years ago. We're talking about 15 years ago. But I actually saw that girl. I see her all the time. But a couple years ago, she's like, we're still paying off for that.
I told you the story about going to have a spot removed from my face, and they told me to put on a hospital gown, and I've never been in the hospital.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if you're supposed to take your clothes off or not. So for some reason in my head, I thought it'll look dumber if I still have my clothes on when they come with the gown.
You have jeans on.
So I just started stripping down, And right when I just get down to the bed, the nurse knocks on the door. And I was like, just a minute. And she's like, it's just me, hon. And I was thinking, man, we just met.
Yeah.
And she comes on in with an intern.
Yeah.
And I'm just whatever. She's like, oh, you didn't have to take your bottoms off, hon.
Yeah.
So
where
this-
was your spot getting removed?
Right here.
Next to your eye. Next to your eye. Yeah.
So then she has to leave the room and I have to completely put all my clothes back on and then the gown on.
Why? Why did you have to put the gown on to begin with?
To just keep blood from getting on me because that I completely stripped down.
Took your jeans off.
I took everything off.
I mean, you're in
my socks are off.
Yeah. It's like a normal doctor's office. Like they're going like, yeah, we don't do stuff like this, man. Like you had.
She had an intern with her.
Yeah. Good night. Walks in. Did they laugh?
I think they were more startled than anything. But then I have to put him all back on, and then he comes in with her and the intern, and I'm just like, I know they've been out there talking about me.
Yeah.
Everybody
Everybody talked about you. Yeah. Oh, everybody.
Yeah.
That was like, and they went home.
The guy in 431 took all his clothes
Yeah.
off.
Oh, good. Because he looks like he would have.
They know immediately who you're talking.
Yeah.
Don't tell me. Let me guess.
My wallet's gone. My wallet's gone.
I mean,
God, they make you really study when you sell peanut butter, huh?
yeah, I mean, and, you don't
People
just,
ask these questions.
You don't just don't go selling it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You know what's happening.
Right. You show up on somebody's doorstep, you better know your stuff.
Yeah,
I think
it's not-
nowadays-
there was no doorsteps, man. I don't
Yeah.
know. It wasn't
It was
selling
in a
Girl
suburb.
Scout cookies or
Yeah.
something, man. Or the,
Encyclopedias. peanut butter.
Yeah.
Come on, I had big accounts.
Big
Aaron.
accounts. You tie the horse up to the thing. You
I had
walk
like
inside.
Kroger. You know, like I
Ooh.
yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
God.
My bad, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I'm sorry.
You're kind of belittling what I did.
You got to talk Kroger into buying peanut butter. They were an anti-peanut butter. Go ahead.
No. Now you sound like my dad.
Okay.
Who was like, he, you know, I always had a hard time explaining the job. It was a good job.
Yeah.
It was like paid a lot, and it was a competitive job to get. But my dad was like, well, you know, you're not really in sales. I'm like, yeah, I am. You know, he's like, well, I've been going to the grocery store for 60 years, and they've always had Jif peanut butter.
Yeah.
What do they need you for? I'm like, it's not about like whether they carry it
Yeah.
or not. It's about how much they sell to their consumer. And there's all kinds of things, dials and switches I
Yeah.
can move to help them sell more. And he'd still be like, yeah, you're not in sales. You
Like
know,
the display and such.
display's a big display. Will influence
Shelf
sales.
placement.
Shelf placement is another.
Yeah.
Shelf placement is another.
You want to be eye level?
You'd like to be eye level.
Yeah.
You'd like to be. You like to have a block. You'd like to have a real nice block. I don't know why that's funny, Nate. I'm telling you, this is important stuff here. You
The
know,
way he said you liked it.
Yeah.
Like it's just such a serious. Like if I felt like I was interviewing to be a peanut. I go, so we want to be eye level. You like to be.
Yeah, but
Don't expect to be eye
you're
level.
not just gonna walk in there
You're
and
not
be
gonna walk
eye
in.
level. You're
Yeah.
just gonna walk in and say
You
you're eye
go.
level.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're a new kid on the block. Don't think they're gonna try to throw you
You
at the
show
bottom.
up the first day.
Yeah.
I mean, and I saw it in a lot of different places. I
Yeah.
mean, Jif, we were brand leader. Usually, we
Yeah.
were eye. If you walk into a store today and you see Jif on the bottom shelf, somebody did something to make somebody angry.
Yeah.
okay?
Interesting.
Yeah. Now Pringles, that was a whole. We were, you know.
You sold Pringles too.
Yeah, I sold Pringles.
So you got a peanut butter.
No.
Oh, same. They were the same
company.
company.
I sold Pringles, Jif, Duncan Hines.
Is Pringles
this
considered a potato chip?
It is. You're selling very easy. You're selling things that
It's
are
not easy, Nate.
I mean,
It's not-
these are. I think I'm on your dad's team.
I
And
know, it's-
you're selling stuff that's like I don't know. You're
I
like,
swear I went through this.
the things that I have to have.
I went through this, but I was like,
That's like being like you're selling cocaine.
No,
You're
it's-
like, it goes pretty good. People really like it.
No.
And you go, oh, is it hard to do?
no, but I had competitors. You go up against Skippy and see how well you do. All right.
Jif is the main. Jif is the main.
It is the main, but it got there through
Because
guys
of
like
him.
me.
Boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground.
Yeah. Shoe leather and
Yeah.
knuckles.
And now we know who to thank. Yeah.
Okay.
When I started, Jif was spelled with a G. Y'all are like the Moneyball chip. Like y'all were.
Yeah.
You're like Moneyball in baseball. Like,
Yeah.
you're the first ones to use analytics.
There's rich companies and there's poor companies.
yeah,
and there's
yeah.
50 feet of crap. And then there's Pringles.
Wait a minute, man. No. We weren't that. That, you know, we were a
Was Pizzalicious a big deal for y'all? Was
I
it
think
like
Pizzalicious slated right in at like a number 5 in our flavor lineup. Here's the thing, and it's a secret. The red can original, that you're doing about 80% of the volume in that red can. I don't know what's funny about this. I mean, this is important stuff. It's
number 5 in the flavor lineup?
Yeah.
So what is that?
Which they probably had it slated at a 9 when they probably thought it was coming in at a 9. You had red can original as 80% of the business.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you had what we called right crisp. Couldn't call it light. We did call it light, and then they said we couldn't because it wasn't low fat enough back then. So we had to call it right crisp. It was in a silver can. That was usually the number 2.
So y'all didn't think about making the chip healthier. You just said we'll just change the name a little bit.
I mean, it was healthier.
Yeah, it was
healthier.
I
just
agree.
not enough.
Yeah, not enough.
Not enough.
When's it?
I still think it was a smart choice. I mean, you know, and then the green can sour cream and onion. That's a solid flavor. And then Cheesums. Cheesums was probably a number 4. And I'll tell you, I lose sleep over it even today. We never got the barbecue product right.
Yeah.
We never got our fair share of the barbecue business.
And
we didn't. And
that's
that's a
big.
big
That's
deal
a
in
big-
chip. A huge deal in chips.
I go barbecue a lot. I
Yeah.
go barbecue probably the most I would go of something.
And it's
And
Lay's
do you eat
barbecue, right?
Do you
They
eat
ran away
barbecue
with it.
Pringles?
Yeah.
No,
You don't.
no. That's true.
That's on us, man.
That is.
That is on us. That's not on
okay.
you. That's not
the
on
fact that you guys own.
Yeah, you own up to it.
You own up to it. I will go do more. You have barbecue Pringles.
Yeah.
Let's go, folks. Well, welcome everybody. Thanks for listening to this. This is the 100th episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Did you think we'd make it?
To 100?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I thought of it.
You didn't think we'd make it.
Yeah.
Brian and I.
Yeah.
You knew you'd get here.
When I look at both of y'all, I think, golly, how did y'all slip by me for 100 episodes? No, I don't know if I thought, I don't know. I don't know what I thought when we started it, but it's, every time I go to shows, people come up, they listen to it, they love it. It is fun to do. So it's great. And I love that. I love how much people are listening to it. And so it's fun. 100 episodes.
Yeah.
So with 100 episodes, we are going to change up something a little bit. And Bates, you go. You're moving up to my role, Bates. I'm in your role. Let's switch. Yeah. People voted and they wanted more Brian. So we're going to change it up, and we're adding a 4th co-host.
Oh, man.
So it'll be 4 of us. I know people, we've mentioned stuff like that. I think it's fun. I'm excited about it. It's just another comic, someone that's funny that I think fits very well with us. I believe we have him blurred out right now. And if you're at home, you're trying to guess, you can pause it. If you want to pause it and try to take a shot. You think they could? I don't know. Who are going to guess?
He's appeared on the show before.
Aaron, do you want to take a guess? Would you have any idea?
Yeah, I got
He's
pretty good clue.
Well, he's blurred out, Aaron. So how could you see him?
Can I guess?
You took that like it was a real beating. I thought we were going to go play long, and then you made it sound like I really just yelled at you.
Oh yeah, I was a cower over here in the corner.
You go, I'm sorry.
Yeah, my bad, dude. Yeah.
Huh?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's the guy that used to work with your sister, who's the Bigfoot expert.
He is. It is. We brought him in because he was great.
He was amazing.
Welcome to Nateland, Dusty Slay.
All right. All right. We're having a good time.
Having a good time.
Wow, that build up really had me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I was more nervous about that build up than going on shows.
Yeah. Well, I think we're big fans, obviously, and I think you fit well with us. You grew up poorer than all of us, which is nice.
Yeah, bring in a real poor aspect to this.
Yeah,
A lot of money floating around this
Yeah.
table.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have money. Aaron comes from a pretty wealthy family.
That's right.
Yeah,
He
big
he
time.
comes from royals.
Yes.
And then, so me and Bates wanted to we wanted to be able to punch down, and we were like, well, who could we get?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dusty was in a trailer park.
That's right.
I brought food stamps with
Yeah.
me this time around just to pass out, just so you knew what they looked like.
That's how we're paying them. So we're the Milky Way.
Mm-hmm.
We're named after that candy bar.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
That's what they'll have at that wedding.
yeah, Milky Ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would we be named after a candy bar? You know,
Doesn't make a lot
It
of
just
sense to
takes
me.
It's better than Baby Ruth.
Yeah, but I wish it should get its own thing.
Yeah.
You know?
You're right. Kit Kat.
Yeah. When did the Milky Way it got named after when did we call it the Milky Way?
I'd
Why
like
did
to
they
be
call
the-
it the Milky Way?
I'd like to
Because
be
it looks
the
like milky?
Butterfinger Galaxy. That'd be a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Ooh.
Because you know what's on the outside, but you don't really know what's on the inside.
The Milky Way candy bar was created in 1923.
Yeah.
The name and taste derived from a then popular malted milk drink of the day, not after the astronomical galaxy.
So when did we start calling it the Milky Way?
Yeah.
So we did name the galaxy after the candy bar.
Well,
Yeah. We might have.
The term was actually used 2,500 years ago. So
a
we've
little bit earlier.
We've been calling
Yeah.
the galaxy the Milky Way a little longer than the candy bar.
But I think
I don't know.
saying that you named the candy bar after a milkshake seems a little inaccurate.
They shouldn't let him do it just because you're like, man, you're kind of just ruining what we're doing with space.
Yeah.
It really takes the kind of steam out of it
Mhm.
when it's like, it's also a candy bar.
Yeah.
That's how little serious we take it, is we're naming it as, and it's not even one of our real great ones.
Oh, golly, dude.
You think a Milky Way's that
Oh,
good?
my
Oh,
God.
man, you hit a
dude.
button there.
Start this podcast
really
over,
did.
man.
You think a
Whoa.
Milky Way is
Milky Way is, man, the number one, in my opinion.
Oh,
That's
no
right.
way!
I
dude.
enjoy a Milky Way, but number one?
I
Number
don't know.
one.
No,
Oh,
man,
my
look, I'll be honest with you. I
goodness.
don't know if I've even had one saying all this.
Oh,
But that's
dude.
how
I mean, it's,
over Snickers,
it's
dude.
like a weak Snickers. It's
Yes,
like Snickers
over
with no
Snickers.
peanuts.
Yeah,
It's like a weak
dude. A
Snickers.
Snickers.
Yeah, I'm not trying to eat a meal at the candy bar, dude. I want a Milky Way. It's just nice and smooth. Got caramel, chocolate. It's the right texture. It's the right size.
Ah,
It's everything you need. It's
What
everything
was
you
first,
want.
Snickers or Milky Way? I don't think I've ever had a Milky Way, mate. Or people
Snickers
get
Galaxy.
rid of them.
yeah, like the
it's
little
your
fun
favorite-
size.
Yeah, it's your favorite one.
It's my favorite one, and I don't even think
Yeah.
it's close.
More than a Reese's?
The Snickers came after the Milky Way. The
19.
Milky Way paved the way, dude. Milky Way walked so Snickers could
It's
run.
the most unoriginal thing that you named it after the. Oh, you want to eat my moon Skittles? Why don't you come up with your own name? That's not. You can't. Snickers is a great that's a name that's made up.
I'm just shocked at the reaction that Aaron has
Hey,
had.
would you like a Jupiter? It tastes like banana. Like you're.
I've never seen Aaron so fired up my whole life.
I've never seen
man.
someone even
Scared me.
think about Milky Ways like that.
I love a Milky Way.
I mean, I need to try one. We have these bells too. We bought bells. You walk around the bell and it rings a little bit, and a bear bell, and so it's enough to so the bear would hear you. Then because the bear doesn't want to meet you, but it's if you walk up on it, that's when you can get in trouble. The bell thing though, we wore it the first day, and no one else had a bell, and I felt so stupid as we're walking by these people ding ding ding, and then I looked it up, and people were like, "Yeah, those don't." Because it's they're not loud enough. The bear's hearing is our hearing, I think. And so it's I don't know. It's maybe it would work, and it's not. You could do it, but we're walking by children without bells, and so I was like, all right. We were yelling "Hey Bear" so much, and you just go "Hey Bear." Just a group of family of 4 walks by. You're like, and you're like, oh,
Thought you
no.
were a bear.
Yeah. Paul D. I think "Hey Bear" should be the response to "Hello Folks." I like that.
Yeah, that's fun.
The last podcast I started it with "Hey Bear."
Yeah.
I love a nice "Hey Bear."
Yeah.
Hey Bear.
A lady that gave me candy wrote a note, and it said, "Hey Bear,"
Yeah,
to me.
I like "Hey Bear."
Yeah.
Yeah, could be good. Is "Hello Folks"? I mean, when it's it's "Hey Bear." So because I do "Hello Folks" and I do "Let's Go Folks" when we start the podcast.
Yeah, maybe Let's Go Bears.
Yeah,
that sounds
not good
Jay
at
Cutler.
all. Hey Bear. Yeah, Hey Bear just got to pop in whenever. Yeah, Hey Bear feels like it's one that it pops in. We were doing it on the trip, and they're very funny to pop in. Hey Bear.
Yeah.
They just throwing in a nice Hey Bear out of nowhere.
Yeah, and if you're hiking and you do a hey bear and someone gives you a hello folks back,
Yeah,
then you know what's happening.
Right.
that's
You know what's going on.
Yeah. Hello, folks.
Yeah.
Hey Bear. Hey, that is a pretty even. Let's go. Like it is funny if someone goes, "Hello, folks." Hey Bear, and then see.
Yeah.
Because then people will be very confused.
Yeah.
On that. That could be. It could. Y'all can. I like it. I like the. I like the less. I like people. I talked to Harper and we were talking about hello, folks, and let's go, folks, and we said what. I was like, what are you? And she said she thinks she's more let's go, folks. But I like that there is a hello, folks, and let's go. Like there is it is like I met someone in Paso, and they were fewer hello folks, and then one's like I'm a let's go folks, and it is like you kind of get who the person is, and that I do like that, but I do like Hey Bear. Hey Bear, all right, hello folks, and Hey Bear, I like Hey Bear now.
I got Hey Bear all weekend for people. It's fun.
Hey Bear is great. It's like it is the good. I think someone said it in the comments. It's the best response. The let's go, folks. Like, hey, if you say hello, folks, you go, Hey Bear, because it's such an opposite that it does. So I agree. I guess if we take a vote, the vote was Hey Bear. We didn't take a vote.
I've been getting some Hey Bear too, and if a lady says Hey Bear to me, I'm like, my wife is going to be upset about this. Like people come up, they go Hey Bear, and I'm like, I don't know if that's okay.
It sounds like you're already in another relationship so much that y'all have nicknames for each other.
Right.
She's like, it can't even be like, oh, did y'all just meet? You're like, we've been dating for 5 to 6 years, and she calls me Bear, and I go, Hey Bear.
Well, as far as bear attacks, it basically said don't do what you suggested. Don't try to run from the bear. The grizzly bear, that is.
Because no one's trying it.
They said they can run as fast as a horse. And they'll catch you.
It just doesn't matter. It's the
It's the juice
Hey,
in
Bear.
it out.
Shake and bake.
Barry Sanders could evade a grizzly bear.
Yeah,
I bet so. I bet
In his
Barry
prime.
Sanders could tackle a grizzly bear.
Well, he's a running back.
Now, if you
But you tell me though he couldn't tackle it. You tell me Barry Sanders couldn't tackle it. Come on, come on.
You sound like a guy. I feel like you slurred that too. It did. Sounded like an old drunk Dusty.
You tell me best.
You Barry Sanders. You said Barry Sanders can't tackle book, and you're like Dusty. Are you driving? Did you? Barry Sanders, you go look me in the face.
You sounded Cajun.
Right now in the face, you go look me in the eyes, face, and say, Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders, I can't tell you. Barry Sanders can't take a bear. Barry Sanders can't take a grizzly bear. Is that what you gonna tell me, right? Like, all right, Dusty, all right, buddy. This guy, something's wrong with him. Supposedly, I don't know for sure, but someone told me afterwards that I think that there could have been a fight that broke out.
I got a email this morning from someone who said, was it the Late Show?
Yeah.
They apologized because they said his wife, her hair, I guess, was hanging over the seat, the guy behind him, and the guy put his knee on her hair, like, to pin it against the chair.
Yeah.
And they got into not a fist fight, but they got in a big argument.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So I sat in the second show. I watched the whole thing. It was awesome to just sit in the crowd and watch. And I had a real out of character moment. The guy in front of me, every joke you did, he would turn to his side and be like, I would do that.
Yeah.
Like relating to all your jokes, but in an annoying way.
Yeah.
And I had a really out of character moment. I leaned forward, I grabbed the dude on the shoulder, and I go, enough.
Whoa.
Wow.
And
maybe that's what you heard.
It felt awesome.
Did his wife have long hair?
Yeah.
Aaron. Is this what we're getting to? It was you.
I said enough, dude. And then I leaned back and I thought about the whole show,
Yeah.
Right when the show ended, I go, hey, sorry about that, man. He was like, no, it's fine.
I told you
did shut
Arizona's
up.
wild.
Yeah,
It's
but-
too hot. It's just too hot out there. And there's not enough humidity. You need some.
But I've
I
never
lo-
confronted anybody in a
Yeah.
moment like that.
Do you
I
think
just
that
felt-
guy even knew what you meant by enough?
I don't think
he
I know.
He
Yeah.
heard the tone of my voice. He knew what was going on. He knew he was misbehaving.
So he's relating to Nate's comedy and having a good time, and you told him to stop.
But you know, thousands of other people were doing that without conversing about it right after the joke.
We needed you in the audience of the shows we did in Arizona.
yeah, probably.
I had Aaron walk around just if people if they laugh too loud, not high enough,
Right.
he would just keep them kind of at bay.
If they weren't really laughing, he's like, not enough.
Not enough.
Not
Up,
enough.
Up. And then if they start laughing too loud, I go, "What are we doing?" Aaron
And if
just
they're
grabs
ha-
his shoulder. Hey, what are we doing?
And if their hair was
That's
too
enough.
long, he would just pin it to the chair.
Yeah. Ben Meehan. I recently convinced my wife to start listening to the podcast, and she happened to be watching the malls episode this morning. I overheard Aaron getting sappy about how malls bring everyone together, yada, yada, yada. I knew it sounded familiar.
I think what's still appealing about a mall is there's no other place in American life where there's just a cross section where all different types of people are in there. I don't know if there's another place where you go and you just see people all different backgrounds, races.
Oh,
man.
It's America. It's a gas station because everybody has to stop there. I think that's still.
It looks, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's word for word almost.
It's unbelievable.
Some of these drinks should float. Some of them should not. You guys want to guess before we do it?
I'm betting diet floats.
I'm trying to think what I've dropped in a lake before.
And if you look at the cans,
I think diet floats.
if you look at the cans, they're all the same size.
So if
Same
you're
size.
listening, what we've got on the table here is a tub full of water, and in front of it, we've got 4 different caffeinated beverages.
A
Not
Pepsi,
necessarily
a
caffeinated, but
Coca-Cola,
carbonated. Diet Coke, Coke Zero, regular Coke, and then a Pepsi
Wild Cherry.
Wild.
I meant to get
Cherry.
regular Pepsi, but I grabbed it too fast. So I don't
Yeah.
know. Wild cherry might be a variable, but do you want to try it, Nate?
Please. Oh, it sunk.
Floats a
But
little.
one,
It's
yeah.
floating.
Yeah.
That's floating.
I think if the tub was bigger, I think that one would
It
float.
would float upside down.
That's kind of half.
Yeah,
Inconclusive.
I think
Yeah.
it's showing us that they didn't
Okay.
fill that all the way up.
yeah,
There's some air left in that.
yeah. All right. So regular Coke.
Regular Coke.
Same.
So I guess it's trying to float.
I think
I
it's
don't
trying
know.
to, but I think it's
Not
One
enough
part
wa-
of it goes down.
Not enough water. So far, this
Uh,
has been great.
Yeah. So Coke Zero. Coke Zero.
Coke Zero.
Ah.
That floats more than the
Yeah,
other.
It's
yeah.
floated the best.
That definitely floated more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. That floated the most.
I think if the thing were deeper, it would be.
It would work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Diet Coke's the same
Yeah.
way.
It's all the same.
way.
Well, no, you wouldn't see those two first ones.
Basically the same.
All right. So that didn't work. I
What's-
stopped at Kroger for nothing.
They're all in there. And they're all exactly the same. I'm Nate. Senator Aaron Weber, Dusty Slay,
All right.
and another Dusty Slay.
All right. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. We're having a good
All
time.
right.
Having a good time.
We could use more of this.
Ash, the sheriff hat. Where'd you get that hat?
This is it's not easy being Dusty. I've learned that.
Yeah.
The hat is Terry. I can't even talk with this thing. Hang on. The hat is my second cousin Terry Ash. He was the sheriff in Wilson County for about 20 years.
Wow.
That's a good hat.
From the mid 80s to the mid 2000s. So the hat was the easiest part.
Yeah.
This beard riding up on my mouth here is the hard part.
Yeah, beard. It's tough.
The hair, I had a brown wig, but it was like a glam rock, too long.
Yeah.
I wish I'd have kept it. So my wife convinced me to take it back.
You kind of got the opposite color thing going. I got the darker beard and the lighter hair.
Yeah. Which is I think good.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice
Yeah, a little
yeah.
mismatch here.
Yeah.
Kind of works
Like
well.
Yeah.
So I took it back. My wife convinced me to take it back and get a shorter
How much money that save you taking it back?
wig. It saved me $250.
Okay.
This looks
Okay.
good on you.
And
I mean, I'm into this look.
the glasses were the hard part. I texted Dusty and I said, "Hey, where do you get your glasses?" He said at a thrift store. So
I got my others at a thrift store. Yeah,
I went
Had lenses
to
put in there.
went to Goodwill. Didn't have glasses. Got the shirt at Goodwill.
Yeah.
And then I went to another thrift store. Could not find the glasses. Had to order these online. It's the best I could do.
How
So,
much total all in?
About $100.
Oh, really? Wow.
That's about right.
That's about right. $100 for the whole.
Yeah.
The glasses were like 30 something just for the shipping. The shirt was $5.
You save the money by just getting a haircut once or twice a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of savings comes in there.
Yeah.
I don't
why
know
don't
why
we
we
throw our
don't-
trash to Saturn?
I've always
or
said
they
that.
throw it to, yeah.
You know what I mean? Start shipping the trash off.
Yeah, we got.
Haul it to outer space?
Yeah. And send it to one of these garbage planets that nothing, what does it matter?
That's
It's
what I'm
just
saying.
like you just got, everything's going to burn up and then become a ring. So you just start like launching
It's not
all
a
your
bad
People
idea.
magazines up there.
No,
and
it
just-
is.
Yeah.
It is a bad idea.
If they can find a way to do it cost
Yeah,
efficiently.
sure, someday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the cost is we're making the cost up. So it's like,
Yeah, just do it.
yeah, just do it. I mean, it's not, we're not calling another planet to
You know.
ask for money for.
But first, we need to take our trash to the moon.
Well, every time we
Right.
launch
No,
a
but the-
rocket,
but-
take a little trash.
Yeah.
Go, hey, you're already up there.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think it's ethical to just launch space out into the abyss? Launch
Sure.
trash into the abyss?
Well, I mean, you got Saturn. That's
Yeah.
not.
So
what's
you have
the
to like
point of it?
target it and shoot it right into Saturn, so it just burns up.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point to.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know.
just an empty vacuum up there, right? And
Yeah.
If the aliens come and go, hey, you guys been the ones dumping all this trash out here?
Yeah.
And then we'll
Yeah.
go, well, honestly, we didn't know you were out there.
Yeah.
They'll understand.
Yeah. Have an ongoing argument. I think that if ants were as intelligent as humans on average, that the ants would be able to take over humans and kill them all. There are 2.5 million ants per one human, and they are strong. My son disagrees and thinks humans would be able to take them out. What do you think?
I think humans still win.
I don't know. If they're as
Two
smart
and a
as we
half
are.
million to one.
Yeah.
Your entire body. I mean, and like that means, let's say it takes. I don't even know if it would take 500,000 to cover your whole body. How many do you think it would take? Let's say if it's 500,000 ants covers your entire body, like they could crawl in your body.
Mm.
That means it's out of every human. There's 4 kind of things that go.
Well, I guess it depends. Like, where are we starting from? Are the ants where they're at right now, and then all of a sudden they get smart? Because we already got chemicals, right? So if the war just began, we could just start killing them.
Yeah.
Just massive. Everybody kill all the ants.
Yeah.
Well, what does it mean for them to have human intelligence? Can they all of a sudden talk like human beings and communicate with each other?
I think it's like a father and son having fun, and y'all are not, and that's a part of it.
I just think if we were like, all right, we're at war with the ants.
You believe in the human spirit.
Yeah, we got to turn it up, and we
Mhm.
got to go AWOL on these ants. I don't know.
Now
what
the
AWOL
only
means, but we gotta-
Absence without leave.
You'd have to. Yeah.
we got to go, wild on these ants.
I just don't think you would ever know where
Wild
they're
it
at.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd ever know where they're at. Like it'd be hard to. They get underground. They can just hide, and then they can be planted. The other thing is too, you could go to the water. You could go to the ocean.
Yeah.
But then if they get on your boat, it's bad news. But you would go to the ocean. I guess you'd have to get out on water.
But I think your saving grace if you're a human being is these ant colonies are not going to be able, there's no central organization with the ants. These colonies are going to be acting independently because they have no way to communicate with each other. So an ant colony in India is not going to communicate with a fire ant colony in Alabama, right? So they're just going to be these sort of independent groups moving around trying to take out humans. We have the power of communication with each other.
Yeah.
We can coordinate. We can combine our efforts. I like our chances.
I mean,
But I mean, there's just 2.5 million to 1. I mean, do the math on that. What's how many people are on Earth?
It just passed 8 billion, right?
So do 8 billion, and then what's times 2.5 million?
I have it here. It's
Oh.
like 40 quadrillion or something.
I mean,
But where are they dispersed across the globe?
But you could pour
Evenly.
gas into an anthill
20
and then light it.
20 quadrillion.
They're all gone.
It's a number that's
20
unimaginable.
quadrillion. Yeah. Well, we can relocate to an island. These ants can't swim across water.
8 billion people can't go to
What
an
about
island.
anteaters? We would train anteaters, and they would be on our team.
There you go.
This is like Infinity War and Avengers, but there were so many of those creatures that they overtook us. Remember?
But
Yeah.
anteaters would be on our
I think
side.
it just never stops.
It's just the sheer numbers for you. Is that seems to be the thing holding you back.
Well, 20 quadrillion is not it's not even a number. It's like it's
Yeah.
so much that it's not even, and it's just the sheer force. I mean, just think if you had to fight 2.5 million ants.
Yeah.
Could you beat 2.5 million ants?
I could.
In a room.
with all the resources of the U.S. government, yeah, I think I could.
No, it's got to be. So
Fist
I'm
fight.
breaking it down just one-on-one.
Okay.
You in a room with 2.5 million ants.
How big's the room?
It also
It could be
depends
just
on the type of ants.
airplane hangar. I
Right?
hope.
If it's these little sugar ants, easy, I
Yeah,
win.
yeah.
But if it's army ants,
Fire ants.
like the army ants that you see in like the jungles in Africa, I mean, they will tear you up. Now, those are the ones that are scary.
Spectricide would be the front line of defense.
Yeah, ants can't hide from spectricide.
Do you think you'd get drafted?
Yeah, I think so.
I think you'd be a general.
You talking
Yeah.
about these kind of ants right here with these pinchers on?
Yeah, I
them?
mean, now those-
these are terrifying.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I've seen them tear apart animals
Yeah,
on
but,
National Geographic.
but just imagine if this thing had hopes and dreams and
Yeah, I know.
aspirations and ambition.
But I think the ants would, get jealous of each other. And they would be like, well, the army ants are really taking over,
That's
and
the
I
other
don't
thing.
like that.
There's going to be some internal issues with these ants.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're acting like we're doing in general great job
We're
as a
holding
country
it together better than these ants are.
We're
Yeah,
a mess
yeah.
right now. The ants are loyal.
You think ants are sitting around having this
I think there's
discussion right now?
loyalty. I think there's loyalty between ants.
I think push comes to shove, there's loyalty among humans too. I have to believe that.
Right now, we're not faced with the ant war.
Somebody
So,
comes on the news tomorrow and goes, the ants have risen up. They're smarter than us.
We don't care about aliens.
Yeah,
but
but
we don't
there's
s-
not 20 quadrillion aliens on.
We don't know. There's a lot of big space out there.
That's true.
And we started throwing trash at them.
That's a good point.
I think we could take the ants.
Yeah. You think you could beat 2.5 million ants?
I
think so.
I say no.
Sugar ants?
The sheer number would just overtake.
They're as smart as anything that you can think of, they can think of. So just remember that.
I would say give me
So they could figure out talking, or
I
they
think
could figure out like
25 to 30 smart ants would take me out.
25 to 30.
Do I get a weapon?
They would take my gun. They would pistol whip me.
25 to 30. Yeah. I will take the emu side. So we can't just have this dominant. So I'm comfortable taking the emu side. Who wants to take the lion side? Bates?
Brian will.
I'm going lion too.
All right.
There's zero chance.
I'll jump
in
on
my
an
opinion.
emu.
All right.
I'll jump on emu here.
So we
I like this.
You get
I
to
like
get
the
talked
debate.
into. You get to get talked into 5 interesting facts about emus. An emu's feathers cannot be so soft. That's not a good strong. I mean, who wrote that sentence? The emu? An emu's feather cannot. Can you? I'm gonna read it. An emu's feathers. I thought it said father at first.
That's probably true too.
An emu's father cannot be so soft, so they grow up in hard times.
Right, a chip
It's like-
on the shoulder.
They grow up in hard times. A
It
lion
can be soft, but it can't be. Cannot be too.
An emu has been through it. A
Right.
lion is like, you're the rich kid.
Right.
That just
And they're very family oriented. They got like nuclear families. They all
Yes.
stay together.
Yes.
The lion grew up, no problems.
no problem.
No hardships.
No hardships.
An emu out of the womb, he's fighting, he's scrapping.
Oh, yeah. And his feathers, the way this emu wrote this, they also can be soft, but they also cannot be so soft.
Right.
So like, I
It's
mean,
not always so soft. Is what he said. He said,
Yeah.
listen, sometimes it is, but
Yeah.
not all the time.
emus have the strongest legs. That's enormous.
Yeah.
Strongest legs.
Big legs.
It does not say if, I don't know what it compares
There's no
to.
comparison.
Yeah.
But
Compared to an ostrich.
yeah, an
Compared
emu
to the other birds.
But it has, so I'm assuming the strongest legs of anything and everything.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
the
for
kicking power is wild.
The running
Yeah.
power.
Elusive.
That's
the
going to
running.
translate to speed.
Running
too.
away.
It's I mean, there's part of me that's going, a lion's going to go into this pretty cocky, and an emu
course.
is going to just
This thing squats
light
more than
it
an
up.
elephant here.
Like they're, like this is like the piranha. Like emu feels like a piranha. Like it's just like, it's like a velociraptor.
Yes, that is
Like a
what it feels like.
velociraptor beat a T-Rex.
Yeah.
So, if when we had this bracket, you would say there's no way.
Where?
Yeah.
In Jurassic Park.
I don't know.
The movie.
I don't
It did?
Yeah. It
One on
does
one?
at the end. The blue, it beats the one. Well, then they fight at the end, but yeah, I think it does at the end. I don't know if it does, but
No, I think the T-Rex.
I think it did.
T-Rex is
Yeah, I guess they
reign
Velociraptor
supreme.
is just like, it's just all over. Like when something's so big, that's like when Royce Gracie used to fight in old MMA stuff, and he'd fight like a big like sumo guy. It's like that gets so tired.
But we just had a debate about a polar bear possibly losing to a Siberian tiger, but now an emu beats a lion.
Well, I'm trying to make it fun.
I think
Well,
you
no, I
gotta,
get it.
you gotta have some upsets here.
Yeah, you got to have some
And
upsets.
I think this is because this just happened in the tournament this year. The 1 seed comes in,
Yeah.
and if they sleep,
Yeah.
if they take it for granted, they're gonna
Yeah.
go down.
Give me those other facts of the emu. Let me read the rest.
Let's
of
play
it.
the fight out. Let's play the fight out.
Well, I just want to
I
finish
you
this
to-
fact.
Back
They
to
get
the-
more fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was reading them, and some reason that prompted you to go to a different page.
Well, they started to get bad. these
I
facts.
said,
That's why I want you to keep reading.
yeah. Emus have a pouch in their throat for communication. Now, this is
trash talk.
I'd imagine some kind of like maybe walkie-talkie, maybe the first Nextel.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have a pouch in their throat for communicate. Like they don't
Chirping.
even waste their time for. What do they put in that pouch? Their phone. You know what it could put in that pouch?
Yeah.
A weapon.
Right.
So now, this emu, because look at it. You think it's playing by the rules?
No.
There's no playing by the rules.
That's cheating.
It's an emu cheats. That anything can happen. So I think an emu has now got probably a gun.
Right.
We're going to go ahead and say it. The emu brought a gun into this fight.
The emu is armed.
The emu does have a gun. So the emu gets a gun. Because it has a pouch and it can hide it, and we did not
Right.
check the pouch because we didn't know they had a
Where's
pouch.
a lion putting a gun?
Here's the problem.
look at-
Emus don't have arms, so how's he going to shoot it?
It does it anyway. It's
Well,
automatic. So look, look at this situation. Here's what I'm saying. The emu, because when you frisk something, you don't ever frisk someone's throat.
That's true.
So why would you frisk? We would be so busy in the feathers, and we don't know that he's
Which
got
cannot be so soft.
that. Yeah, that we go like, I cannot believe how not soft this is.
You might even cut yourself trying to get the gun
Yeah.
out of there.
And you're just like shaking it, and just like some dust. It looks like you're shaking dust is flying out, and you're like, I think he's good, and we don't even know that in his throat he has a gun.
Right. I've just found some literature from the United States Postal Service. They discourage their drivers from backing up. They say occasionally you're going to have to, obviously based on where the car is, but if you can avoid it, don't back up, because that's where a lot of their accidents happen.
I think we talked about that on our mail.
They were
mail
saying
episode.
what's in the past is in the past. Like,
Yeah,
Got to move forward.
yeah.
Man, thousands. We're talking thousands of motor vehicle accidents from being in reverse.
2,000. I mean, that's a lot of twos, by the way. They've really
2,222.
222.
Yeah, motor event. That's too convenient.
Yeah.
Through the end of October 3rd. Oh no, that's quarter 3.
2007.
I mean, this is like a.
Is this an internal document that
Yes,
we're
it
looking
is.
at?
Look
We're
at
not
it.
supposed to see this.
It says, if you cause an accident, what will you say to a grief-stricken mother who has just lost a child?
This is
Well, why
so
are you?
dark.
I know you're like, or to a father whose child was seriously injured by your vehicle while you were backing up. You're like, I'm just trying to be a mailman. No reason excuse is good enough. Who would think there'd be an excuse good enough that you would go as a mailman? You go, I had to go backwards because a dog was in front of me. They go, all right, that's a pretty decent excuse.
Hey,
That kid broke his leg, but
ma'am, hey, we got a couple envelopes here for you. And is that your son
yeah,
lying in the street out there?
yeah,
Because I don't think he's alive.
yeah.
Do the right thing. Avoid backing up while on your route.
Children live and play where you work.
Yeah.
Only you can avoid backing up on your route. Only you can avoid backing up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Backing a vehicle is a personal decision.
I didn't realize it was this big of a thing.
Dude, backing up is the real deal.
Is this like a The Onion article, or is this?
No, I think the post office is like, we're not joking around, dude.
But I
Like,
think
do
you're
the
right.
right. This is literally what it says. Do the right thing. Avoid backing up while on your route. I mean, you would leave the meeting and go, what was the deal with backing
Right.
up?
What's going on out here?
Like a kid could sit on a jacket and you would pull it out from under him and it's not a big deal. But I would imagine, I'm just going off, if you're a bigger guy, it would be, you just don't want to be sitting on clothes. Because it means you just backed down and you didn't see anything. And then
Didn't feel
You didn't feel anything. And when they pull it, it's so obvious. It's like, oh, I'm
Whoa.
sorry. And then if it's not, if it's a corner, you're like, no
Oh,
big
dude,
deal. But if it's like,
yeah, it's all warm now.
yeah, you're like, I need you to
gotta
stand
brace
up.
yourself
You got to
for
stand up. Oh,
It actually got caught kind of in your belt.
yeah.
Big guys have the same rules that mail trucks do about backing up.
Yeah.
You don't do it if
You
at all
don't do
possible.
it. That's very funny.
Yeah.
You don't do it if they go, it's on you. Could you have that thing pulled up? Still?
I got
No.
rid of it. No.
Oh, what is it saying? Like,
Oh, here it is.
let me just see. The same as big as ago. Am I backing up because I'm in a hurry? Is there a safe alternative to backing up? Is backing up my last resort? Could someone be behind me? Perhaps a child.
That's a big one.
Am I relying on lady luck? These are the questions you ask yourself as a big man backing up.
Backing up as a big guy is a personal decision.
Is someone behind me? Perhaps a jacket?
Perhaps a jacket. In most situations, you choose to maneuver yourself to avoid backing up. The safety of others depends on you. Do the right thing. Avoid backing up when you're in someone's house.
Yeah, what will I say to a grief-stricken mother who's just lost a child?
Yeah. Children live and play where you walk around, in the neighborhoods, in the houses you're going to. All it takes is 1 second for a child to dart behind you as you back up.
To sit down.
Only you can avoid backing up.
Well, I'm taking a little time off too. I don't know that I've said this on this podcast, but I'm having another baby.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Great.
So, I
God.
know.
That's the tradition.
Almost knocked my
To
teeth out of
hit
the mic
them
here.
that hard.
That wasn't that hard. I was through a chair.
That was the most hard.
Wow. That's about as hard as I hit Brian.
Yeah, that was my arm.
Yeah.
And
And
I at
Brian's
least did. I'm
still
sorry
hurt.
about
Yeah,
that.
no,
man.
I'm fine. I'm okay.
I did not know this.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
learning this right now. I did
Yeah.
not know this.
Yeah.
Wow.
So June 15th.
So you have
is-
one baby
I have one baby, and I'm
already.
about to have another.
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. Oh, joke. Now, I did not know you were having another baby.
Yeah. So
That's congrats, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm taking a couple months off, but in
Mhm.
July I'll be back, and then the second half of the year I got a lot going on.
Yeah.
So
June 15th, you say?
June 15th. Yeah.
Yeah. When's
when
when's the baby due?
June 15th is when the baby's supposed
Okay.
to be due.
Yeah.
But it's like, next week, I think my wife is at 37 weeks, which they say is considered full term.
Mhm.
So it could come anytime.
Mhm.
Wow.
Do you know what it is?
It's a boy.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
I don't have a name, but
Yeah.
I'll take suggestions.
Huck.
That's awesome, man.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
dude.
thank you.
Did you say the name of the baby?
Yeah, we went with Samuel.
Samuel.
We like the sound of Sam Slay. We think that
I like
seems
Sam
fun.
Slay.
Mm-hmm.
And also in the Bible, Hannah, that's my wife's name, gives birth to Samuel.
Oh.
And I thought that was fun.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
I really like Samuel.
Yeah.
Is that one of the names we had?
No, we didn't talk
Yeah.
about it at
It was
all.
on
The original, the 4 listing,
Yeah.
it was number 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It got the least amount of votes, but we didn't have a name until he was born.
Yeah.
Sam
Felt like
seemed
a Sam.
right. Yeah,
I really do like Sam Slay. That's a good name.
It's
yeah,
a
I
great
think
name.
so. I think
Kids
it's fun.
going places. And there you go. That was it. This is the best of.
Wow, I'm caught up.
Now you're caught up. Yeah.
That feels good.
Yeah.
That
You're
does
ready to
feel
go.
good. Yes.
You're ready to go.
I'm ready to be a part of this podcast now.
Yeah,
Finally.
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 About
Finally,
time.
you get it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was it. And hope you liked it. Hope you've had a wonderful 4th of July. We will be here for the next week.
Yep.
So we'll be back and rolling. We'll be working, like you said. Yeah, the jobs are still there. And I don't even know what I'll be close to going to the American Century Championship. I'll be on NBC.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, playing golf on TV.
Big time.
All right.
So that's coming up.
Yeah, I think July 11th, I'm at Zany's, not doing stand-up comedy, but playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
And I don't even know what that is, but there's a show there. You've done it, right?
I have done it. It's a lot of fun, dude. And they'll walk you through it.
Okay.
And it'll be funny to watch you try to learn as you play.
I think it's called, what's it called? Comedians and Catacombs?
Catacombs and Comedians.
I don't even know what that
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
but I'm doing that July 11th at
All right.
Zany's.
All right, that'll be fun. This weekend, I'm in Bristol, Tennessee, right on the Tennessee-Virginia border. Blue Ridge Comedy Club.
So even if you live in Virginia, you should come.
I mean, if you live in Nebraska, you should come by. It's going to be that good of a show.
It will
That's
be.
good.
So come on out.
July 14th and 15th, I'll be at the Albany Funny Bone in Albany, New York. Not to
Starting
be
back up.
confused with Albany, Georgia.
I don't know if people do that.
I
but-
don't know either. You're right.
I mean, maybe in Georgia, but
yeah.
I grew up in Alabama, so Albany was always in Georgia for us.
okay.
You know.
Well, you would be in Albany, New York.
Albany, New York.
You're not gonna be at the Funny Bone in Albany, Georgia.
I don't even know that there is one.
Then I think that answers the question
Yeah.
about.
Maybe a comedy zone.
I like
Maybe
to
there
clarify
is.
by adding confusion.
Yeah. People right now don't know where you're going to be at.
Yeah.
So,
Albany, New York.
Yeah.
Capital of New York, I think.
He'll be there with his son named Georgia.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. We love you. And we will see you next week. Bye. Nateland is produced by Nateland Productions and by me, Nate Bargatze, and my wife Laura on the Audio Boom platform. Recording and editing for the show is done by Genovations Media. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to catch us next week on the Nateland Podcast.